probably about 5 o'clock in my time. I'll go take a nap, and then I'll see you guys at 8 a.m.
Yes, yay. Wonderful. Thank you very much. See you later, Leah. Bye.
All right. Bye-bye.
And so that was Leah Griffith live via Skype. Right, last look then at the one-day special. Now, remember, we've already sold out of this once. It's on extended delivery now from the 6th of May. We do have repeats that go out through the night. I think this might get shown about 4 times, actually, throughout the night. So you never know what's going to happen. I would say, please check out your baskets now. Then you'll have secured it and it's yours. And boy, just like Leonie said in the previous hour, I really want to have a go at this. I think it's fabulous. So very quickly then, in the kits, you've got your kits to be able to make your peony, your Icelandic poppy and your rose. You get your all your crepe paper, you get your wires, you get the little balls there, you get your florist tape. You'll also find the link for the video tutorials. And, of course, you get your template. 2 payments if you want to spread the cost of £22.49. You've got that £15 saving. Item number is 369411. As ever, you can call us on the usual number 01733 602,000 or go to our website at hachanda.com. Now, very excited for this next show as well. I'm having a lovely evening. Don't go anywhere because Matthew Palmer is up next.
What is Flexi order? When you place an item on Flexi Buy in your basket, you qualify for Flexi order, which means any other items you add to your basket will also be included in your Flexi Buy payments. So you can spread the cost over multiple monthly payments. After your first payment is made, your entire order will be dispatched. When you add at least £60 worth of any items to your shopping basket, either online or on the phone, you'll qualify for our Flexi order offer. This means you can spread the cost of your order over equal monthly Flexi Buy payments, offering you extra flexibility when you shop with us. Flexi order, making your shopping experience with the craft store easier.
Hi, I'm Pat.
And Mark.
From Totally Patched. We're a family-based business here in Shropshire. We've been established for about 20 years.
All of our kits come pre-cut, meaning all the fabric is cut for the actual people who want to make the items, whether they be cushions, bags, quilts or anything else you want to cast your creative memory or mind into.
Most of the kits we produce we design ourselves. The design process is usually inspired by the fabric itself. We only use great quality fabrics, 100% cottons.
So, whether you're a beginner or an experienced sewer or quilter, we hope we've got something for all of you.
Hi, I'm Abs from Create. I've been crafting for over 10 years now and I love stamping, stenciling, creating layers of colours, textures and creating depth and dimension. Create was established in October 2016, collaborating with a group of designers and artists from all over the world. Make sure you don't miss the Create shows.
Exciting news! For the 5th year in a row, the craft store has been awarded the top accolade of the Platinum Trusted Service Award from FIFO. These awards recognise businesses that deliver exceptional experiences as rated by you, our customers, and we are honoured to have been selected. The Trusted Service Award means you can shop with confidence based on the reviews from over 60,000 The Craft Store customer experiences. Thank you for your independent reviews. It means a lot to us.
Good morning everyone and a warm welcome to the Craft Store. We have got a lovely way to kick off the proceedings. It's going to be a fantastic hour with JMC Designs, who I absolutely love. And somebody else I love is the lovely Lou as well. Lou!
Good morning, good morning.
Lou, I was just saying before the show, the amount of crafters who talk and mention your name. You
thank
really
you.
are such a big part of the crafting community.
Oh, that's lovely. Yeah, I do a little bit of everything.
You do?
But I genuinely do that in my own home, in my own time as well, though.
But you love it.
I do, totally.
Got a haircut?
Oh, desperately.
I'm seeing everyone now rocking around with haircuts.
Oh, that was one of the first things, you know.
Brand new design from Julia, and I know Julia's watching. We've got to say hello to Julia because obviously just the nature of the current state of play, she couldn't come down south. You kindly are helping out.
Yes, yeah. And it's, Julia asked, and didn't really take long to say yes.
Yeah,
straight away.
JMC, and we were discussing this earlier, have got such a big fan base out there.
They have. Julia's designs are original, and they've got a slight quirk to them, but you can take them into so many different genres. So if you want to do card making, if you want to do your mixed medias or your art journaling, you can go down that road. If you just want to use the images as is, so you can actually, you know, they get everybody in the little crafting world.
I like that, actually, but you describe it beautifully, and this is such a good bundle. We're already getting busy for the complete collection. I say there is a big demand and fan base out there for Julia's designs and JMC. This is brand new. You have not seen this before. Expansion on the universe. So this is Hatties Clan. We've got to talk about Hatties Clan. What a lovely collection of images. They're beautiful. There's something mystical, ethereal, fantasy about them, but equally changing the tone. We could go a bit steampunk, we could go a bit vintage.
Yeah, as you say, change the colours. I mean, Julia's known for her bright colours, so the packaging is always bright and vibrant. But like you said, if you went suddenly vintage and you went more pinks and more sepias, you've got a totally different look again. But the images are snippable. So even though the girls have got long hair, you could trim them and have them shorter
Give them
heads.
a little haircut?
Yeah.
Match your own?
I'll match my own. And you get lots of little elements within there. Now, the collection, Julia brought first collection was Hattie Harris.
Yes.
And these are an extension to that Hattie Harris.
So
but
this is her clan?
Her clan, which means extended family.
Yeah.
Julia's been giving me all the...
Okay,
which
it's
is
a
brilliant.
Scottish clan,
But they are also standalone. So if you bought the Curious Wonders collection, when Julia first came on, you can actually use these with that collection. But if this is your first time with JMC, these stand alone by themselves and work, you know, independently.
They really do. Okay, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll break down exactly what you're getting here. So you are getting 4 of the beautiful A6 stamps, and this is the clan, the character, and also the accessories in there as well. I've got little boards here just to show you all the stamps that you are getting, and it's those elements. So you have your main sort of central hero image, then you have your sentiment, you have sort of your scene builders going through love and hugs. So that's one. Then we have here, and I mean, just such beautiful images, and I like the fact we can sort of accessorize with these lovely sentiments going through as well. This one is kind of like accessory building up on the scenes. And then finally, oh, come on, look at that. Lovely sky, moon, stars. Now, if you do want these stamps by themselves as a set of 4, they're at the bottom of your screen. Have to say, though, everyone's going for the complete. I don't blame you. You've got access to Flexi payments. Not only are you getting the stamps, you are getting the stencils. These are 6x6 stencils, and I have to say, Lou, these are so good. As stencils, these are excellent.
It's Julia's thing with her stencils that they are slightly thicker, and the reason for it is Julia covers so many different genres, so she wants to be able to take them into mixed media with all her pastes, but then in the same breath she wants to be able to use them with her inks. But then if you're a die cutter or you have a die cutting machine, if you want to emboss them, you can emboss them. So the quality and the thickness of the stencils is really, really important to Julia.
Well, it's funny you say that, because we've got here one of the stencils inked. This is down the rabbit hole. Love that. It could be, shall we just try that? There we go. So that's down the rabbit hole. But then this is down the rabbit hole embossed.
And that's just gone through once on my manual machine, and that's...
Even the deboss.
The deboss is cool, isn't it?
Okay, I really like these. Then we have... just going to lift this up. This is your candy florals. And again, look at the emboss that you're getting there. It's just something that was important to Julia.
It was, and Julia desperately wanted a cloud stencil, so this is Julia's take on a cloud stencil.
That's lovely.
So you've got the different edges, so you've got 2 different edges at the top and bottom that you can create that cloud look, and then you've got the 3 clouds and then the dangling stars.
That's beautiful, and I really like the edges as well, so we can create our own sort of billowing cloud background, and that is your emboss there as well. Those are the stencils. We're not stopping there, because you're also getting the Curious Wonders A4 paper pack as well, so you're getting all of the... And I have to say, JMC Designs do papers so well. Look at these.
The vibrancy of the colours. But the thing is I love about the papers is, again, snippable. I don't know if that's a crafting term we've all just come up with. You know what I mean?
Snippability.
But if you look at the one that you've got there, I mean, you can use the whole paper, but cut out, you can tear it up, you can make different corners, cut the hearts out, cut the stripes out. So you don't have to use the whole design in one go.
There's a great weight to it. I mean, we're saying papers, it's cardstock.
It's card. There's a mixture of card and paper. But, I mean, look how many toppers you're getting on that sheet.
Wow.
In different sizes. But because you get so much within the collection, if you like to cut out your images and do decoupage or layer up, you know, you can actually do that with all of them. And then the papers here, as I said, you can cut all of those out. You could have hundreds, probably thousands of elements. I haven't cut them all up. But it's the same. So the beautiful designs, cut them down, make them bigger. I mean, I love the actual floral on that and the tucks. But that's a great starting point if you're new to art journaling, because you've got a little bit of decoration, you've got a background, and then you can bring in your own personality.
I mean, same here. Work incredibly well with the stamps, so you can building up. I mean, that is just stunning. Look at that. Now, you are getting 4 silk topper sheets, and you're getting 40 backing papers as well. Backing papers are 160 GSM, so it's kind of that's that borderline from paper to cardstock.
Yes,
but the toppers, they are more cardstock. You are getting... Now, if you want to get the topper kit as well, we have got the topper kit for you too, just having a little look. It's included in the complete. So what you're getting here, the topper kit, you're getting the, well, just everything that you're seeing on your screen. So you're getting the stamps, you're getting the stencils, all of this for £103.56. I will show you the topper kit because I've just got it here.
So, I mean, look how many sentiments you get in that, and all different, they're not the same. So you've got lots of different choices, and because you get 5 sheets of each, your sentiments are going to go on forever. And you get the beautiful florals.
They are lovely.
They are lovely. And they're really easy to cut out.
Yeah, well, actually, I think you can see that's by design.
And so if you love cutting things, I do, but you get, you know, they're very easy. I mean, then you've got all the different elements. So they bring in all the 3 girls. So you've got your Celeste, you've got Alicia, and you've got Layla, in different backgrounds. Now, see, I love topper kits. That was my starting to crafting, this sort of kits, because when you're new and you don't know how to layer up your backgrounds, you can look at someone else's designs and go, oh, and then suddenly it helps you.
Do you know, I was just thinking as you were reading out the names, Julia's done such a good job picking the names. They're beautiful names. Yeah,
I think each of the names have, you know, a meaning to them for each of the characters. So it gives the characters their own personality, their own life.
Yeah.
Before you actually use them.
Well, it's a good way of describing it, actually. I think that is the secret to Julia's success, is the fact that when she releases a collection, she does bring life to the characters.
Oh, totally. And by their expressions, the way they dress, and they are beautiful characters.
I will just show you...
They were stencils.
Yeah, I'll show you just some of the characters and inspirations here. I mean, come on, look at that. So we can use our characters, we can use our stencils, if you want. Oh, it's upside down, there we go, apologies. That's why I'll try and read out names where I see them. There was Dawn who did this one, made by Dawn. Oh, wow, this is beautiful. This is another one by Dawn. Look at that. And this is where we're saying all the elements that we're getting, Lou, when you can really build up the scene. So you've got the background there with the sky, everything here from the collection. Yeah, and the stamps, the floral stamps that you can bring in from one of the stamp sets. You know, so you can layer up as much as you want to, or just stamp them and put the image on top. Is this one of yours? No, that's not one of mine. I don't know who that person hasn't put their name on that one, unfortunately. But that's using a mixture of the different toppers. But you've got the little nod to the flowers, the little candies around the outside. But then by changing the tone, adding the hat, totally different feel. There's Jan. That was important. Hattie Harris, the original character, comes with a hat. Yeah. So this collection, it was to have the hats independent. So you can now mix and match the girls with different hats, or not have any hats on at all. Well, there you go. £30.23 for something that is special. We've got such a good price on this. 103568, your item number there. Tell you what we're going to do. Before we head to demonstration, we have got some 7-day savers to share. Just having a look. We've got a Crafty Devil stamping card, which is just perfect to play around with your stamps. So saving £6, £13.99 is your price, 349056 your item number. I do like the fact you get the storage box in this as well. When we brought this to you in the past, it's been immensely busy, and as a 7-day saver, you cannot go wrong. We've also got some extra wide double-sided tape roll as well. These are always handy, so £14.99 is your price, saving £15. Extra wide, I mean, you just don't see rolls like this usually. So saving £15, 925792 your item number. You've got to like that, Lou. The extra, Lou's nodding away. So there we go. Those are just some of your 7-day savers. And say, Lou, that extra wide, you just don't see it usually.
No, you don't, and it's a great one for if you're doing your stencils or your die cuts.
Yes.
Because you can have a whole layer. So if you've got a really detailed die.
Like a true crafter.
Yes.
What you're about to use now, the stencil. I love all the stencils, by the way. That's my favourite. I think that's really well designed.
Julia wanted to do her own version of a cloud, and she wanted to have. I know there's lots out there, but she wanted to stamp her own little bit of a personality onto it. So we've got the 3 clouds.
You've got some black cardstock there. Could you just put it under the stencil just for a moment so we could just see it a little bit easier?
If I do it that way, then you can see.
Yeah.
So you've got the 3 clouds. You've got the top edge.
Yep.
You've got the bottom. You've then got the dangles. But then if you turn it over, the clouds now go in a different direction, and so do all of these edges. So you've now got lots of different ways, and the same with the dangles. So you can then overlay them on top of each other. Yeah.
Lovely.
It's
Thank you
brilliant.
for showing that.
No, that's
Thank you.
okay. Right, I thought what we'd do is make I want to make a background up using 2 of the stencils, and I'm going to use Distress Inks. And I have to thank Janet Print. I always go to Oxize, and it was lovely seeing her, bring the distresses in the other day. And I was like, oh, I'm going to get my distresses out.
She's good, Janet.
Yeah. So I just want to build up.
She's a very talented lady as well.
Very unassuming of it as well. It's lovely.
Yeah, do you know what she does for work?
No.
Normal job. I think she works on. I might got this wrong, but I'm pretty sure she works with haematology and blood and analysing blood and stuff. So she's a very clever lady.
So what I want to do is I just want to make the background there. Sorry if my hand's in the way. I might have to move my blending mat because one stencil on top of another.
Okay.
And I just want to. I want a soft look, if that makes sense. So I just want to bring in there. So we've got that building up there, and then what I want to do, so that's the 3 stencils and 3 clouds along that way, and you can do lots of different colours, and then I just want to move the clouds slightly down and just do a little bit of a repeat.
Nice.
And build the clouds on top.
I'm so sorry, Lou, just to interrupt you. We are approaching 20% of the stock for the complete collection. First hour, 13 minutes into the show. Lou and JMC will be back at 10 o'clock, but I have to say, complete collection is very, and especially this time in the morning, and I think that is a huge indication of the following that Julia does have. So thank you so much for getting up. I know it's early, but you will not be disappointed in this collection. It's phenomenal.
Right, I carried on as if that was all right.
Yeah,
while you
of
did.
course.
So I've built up the clouds down the bottom there, and all I want to do is I'm just giving a grounding point for one of the beautiful girls. So that's the lower part there with the clouds. Now I want to bring in down the rabbit hole, and I'm going to use the stencil to be where your eye draws into where I'm going to place the image. So we've got this here, and I'm going to use exactly the same colours. And I just want to build up the design.
Nice. This rabbit hole's. I have to say, I know I said I like the first stencil as my favourite. I love them all. They're all really well designed. The rabbit hole, though, is such a good illusion. Obviously, the spiral coming in just draws your eye.
I mean, the rabbit holes for me, I mean, I thought in between the shows I've brought all my micron pens because I thought to doodle inside would absolutely be, superb. So they're all brought in.
Nice.
I thought, so I just want to now add a little bit of the pink
lovely to see you just in your happy place, big smile on your face.
Yeah.
This doesn't work for you. You're just having a
No,
break.
it isn't. It is. It's. I love it when you can just make, if that makes sense, without any effort. I love that. You know, like you say, get lost. Just do what you want to do. Get lost sounds so rude, doesn't it? Sort of thing. I didn't mean it quite like that.
But it's nice to get lost.
Right. So I just wanted to build up and just let the colours blend.
Lovely.
And we've got that now going on top of each other. And then, as a final part, what I wanted to do is I wanted to take the clouds and bringing in the same colours again. I just want to make a really soft tonal background. And I'm just going to do, and I'm going to start with different cut. And like I said, you can flip them over.
Very easy to get effect. Just want to let everyone know at home, if you look at the bottom of your screens, you will see a scrolling bar, and that's just telling you the contents and everything that you're getting as part of the complete. It is a lot, so it is quite comprehensive. That's why we wanted to list it down there.
So, and I just wanted to do, I'm not going to do full clouds across, but I want to do it softens it a little bit.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to bring that in there, and then just as a shadow, I'm just going to go over with the same colour. Now, if you wanted to match perfectly, you can do, but I just want to just add a little bit of a shadow underneath. And just bring that in like so. And I'm only just doing them on the edges.
We've had a nice email from Julia, who was watching. Oh, Julia, thanks for getting in touch. What a great collection. And Julia was saying, she's really enjoying watching Lou. She wants to say a big thank you to you, Lou, for stepping in. And she also wants to say a huge thank you to the girls in Crafting with All Brands as well for their support too. Crafting with All Brands is such a good group.
It is.
It's an excellent group. A lot of love in that group. It's eclectic.
Yeah, there's. We're going for positivity.
Yeah.
Get your crafts out, play, do it with positivity. You know, it doesn't matter what you make. Just go for it.
There's such a good vibe there, and do have a look at it. I mean, anyone can join the group Crafting with All Brands, but it's so nice to see so many of the companies working and, you know, together and using each other's goodies, and that's what craft's all about.
It is, because, I mean, we all say, and I know people probably think we're exaggerating. We don't. We all buy. You know, we all see things and go, ooh, ooh, sort of thing.
Well,
right.
You know, speaking of which, Charmaine, and this is a good illustration. So Charmaine's emailed in just saying what a lovely way to spend the morning. So Charmaine, obviously Dolly Dimples, and she said, lovely way to start the morning. So thank you so much, Charmaine.
Oh, thank you, Charmaine. It's not normal. Charmaine's not normally one of these sort of people who wakes up very early.
Oh.
Well, she does wake up early, but we're not normally talkative, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Well, it just goes to show JMC is worth getting up early in the morning for.
Yeah. And I'm just taking. We've got a beautiful little star set on Celeste, and I just want to bring in. And I don't want them perfect. I just want them as if they're blending into the background just a little bit.
This is
just
a good illustration of how even the smaller stamp in the collection you're going to use, and it's going to be very effective.
I'm very much. I do love smaller stamps. Now I've got a little bit of parchment. And what I want to do is I want to take the cloud, and I just wanted to use it in a different way. I'm just going to grab my board so I can lean on.
Okay.
And you can emboss with it. You can do lots of things. Sorry, this is just a
foam mat.
Foam mat, yeah, that my husband was throwing out. And all I did was I took the stencil and I just went round with a ball tool. Now I'm not very good. I press too hard, but I watch Paul and everybody with the clarity and go, I'm just a bit too ham-fisted. And so I just drew round the cloud, and as you can see, and then I just cut it out, so it's given me like a white edge straight away.
Lovely.
And then I got a little bit carried away and thought, oh, that looks really nice. So I did a few more. But then I decided, using the same colours on parchment that I've used on here, I've just embossed them.
Oh, yeah.
And they're the stamp that you get from Celeste set as well.
That's
now,
nice. Also, the stamp fits the stencil quite nicely then.
Yeah.
I mean, perfectly.
Well, I mean, that's the stencil, but I mean, if I put it on there, so that's the stencil, and if you wanted to layer up your clouds could go inside it, but then they, like you say, they work absolutely beautifully, you know, alongside, so you get different sizes.
Okay.
Now, I've got beautiful Celeste here. Now, I'm going to say this is Julia's colouring. And I really wanted to... Julia was really kind and sent me all the bits of prep, because obviously she was going to do the show. And I thought it would be really nice to use all Julia's colouring, so she's part of the show.
Well, that's nice. And that is beautiful. And this is why I love JMC and Julia's designs. They are so wonderfully original.
Yeah.
There's not a stock image in sight.
No.
I'm a huge believer in backing companies where everything is hand-drawn, it's original. It's not just something gone into a catalogue and taken. And
no.
You hear, this is what you're paying for.
Yeah.
I mean, she's so talented.
So, and then and because she's coloured it, and this was the reasons for my background.
Yeah.
So I went for that. So what I thought we'd do is, we've got the clouds. So these are my embossed clouds that I did. So I can now mute the background a little bit more. And we can have her standing on a cloud there. So she's floating.
This is beautiful.
And I won't stick it all down now, but I'll stick it down in between. So we've got a little bit more of a cloud there. And then where I've embossed these ones with the Distress ink, I can now build up and bring in those colours as well.
Yeah.
And we can layer them up there. As you can see, I got a bit carried away with how many I did cut out. But so we've got all those beautiful clouds there. If I get a piece of black, it'll make it then pop out even more.
Yeah, that's nice.
Understand? So we've got those there. Now, what also in Alicia's set, we get a beautiful set of little teacups. And I wanted to mix everything together. Now, this was the hat. You know, you can use your hats independently, or I can now suddenly put her hat on there, and it changes her look altogether. So we've got the hat there. And I've stamped out the sentiment, which I thought, life needs more sweet tea and sunshine. And that was from the Alicia set. And what I want to do...
Great sentiment.
...is put my little teacups along here.
So this is really... This is a card you could give to a lot of people and a lot of different guises.
And then my sentiment is going to go along there. So I just wanted to show that the girls can work together, the elements can work together. But then I thought, well, let's take it one step further, as you do. And I've done exactly the same background. Let's just move you out of the way. But all I've done differently is I've edged it in purple.
Wow.
And then I just embossed on top of it. So suddenly we can go a little bit darker, you know, a little bit more nighttime. And then I've...
is fun. Oh, can we just before you put that on, that is such a good background.
And
so
that's
is that exactly the same as the other one?
That's exactly the same. The only thing different I've done is added the stars from the Stencils, you know, from the cloud.
Right.
And I've just added the stars in. And then I've just stamped the stars as I've done before. But because I've edged it in a darker colour, it's changed.
Transformed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, brilliant.
And then this is Celeste again, but coloured differently, Julia's done. And I've just edged her with a little bit of gold and a bit of sparkle pen. But again, I can still use the same elements I had before from the previous card and build it all up.
Blue, that looks so good. I like it's a bit of a sort of a rock chic.
Yeah. And then these ones I've just stamped in a grey and embossed, because it's obviously a nighttime sky, and brought all those in. We can add her hat on again, and then we get the beautiful moon. So I thought the moon, we've got the moon up there, and we've got to have a star on her hat.
Yeah.
Goes there. And then we've got the sentiment, when it's dark, look for the stars. So it was just to show, you know, just doing the same background, you can, in the same colours, just by changing the edges of them, you can get totally two different cards, two different feels.
Phenomenal cards. I mean, those are works of art. I love that.
I mean, that's Julia's colouring. That's superb.
But there is such a nice opportunity here to explore your colouring, whether it's pencils, alcohol markers, watercolours.
Definitely. I mean, Julia uses alcohol markers. I'm more watercolours. But it was, you can put as much detail in, and you can doodle in. I mean, I took the stars from the stencil, and I doodled in her dress with the stars. I mean, you can't see them, but they're there. They're just a subtle little nod. And things like that. But it's taking the same elements and just changing the colour. You've got two different looks straight away.
Lou, we are 25 minutes into the show, and I can tell you 25% of the stock for our complete collection has gone. There is just such a beautiful symmetry to that. You are getting an awful lot in this bundle. Before I break that down and show you what you're actually getting, I think what makes this so special, and the reason why JMC are such a popular brand here at the craft store, it's Julia, because as a designer, she's wonderfully original. She brings you something that is different. So we're expanding on Hetty, I should say, sorry, who is, it is Hattie, sorry, yeah. We're expanding on Hattie, an original character who was very, very popular. Now, this is Hattie's clan. Standalone, if this is your first time, I know every day now we're getting lots of new viewers joining the craft store, so thank you for tuning in. I hope you're enjoying it here. You're part of the gang now. So if this is your first time exploring JMC, this is a standalone collection. If you've already got the previous collections, this would work extremely well. Look at what you're getting. So you're going to get the 4 stamp sets. Beautifully original. Everything is hand-drawn. You get something that's different. You're getting 28 stamps in total. Do you know, your first... I love that. Our producer, Molly, she is savvy when it comes to shopping. She's all about the value. And she was saying to me, this is a really good point, actually, your first Flexi payment is actually less than you would pay just for the 4 stamps alone. Obviously, it is your first Flexi payment, but you're getting a great saving. We're going to have a look through the stamps. So let's just go through, make sure that, yeah, brilliant. So having a look here, the amount of elements, the beautiful images that you're getting, the lovely quotes too, a special card for a very important person, love and hugs. And then here we have, what's this, ready to partay, love that. Paper hugs, life needs more sweet tea and sunshine. Then you've got other elements reflected within the stencils, the little T, the hats, which is an important thing that you can mix and match. This is another beautiful one. The billowing nimbus cloud, you've got the moon there, the stars, the hat, little raindrops if you want. When it's dark, look for the stars. Even, do you know the attention to detail, even the stars hanging from her hair? Isn't that stunning? And not only that, you're going to get this set too. Now, this is an interesting set because these are your scene builders. You're getting a couple of sentiments in there as well, but this is what allows you to really build up that scene. So those are the stamps. Then we're getting our stencils. Now, the stencils, I'm so impressed about. You can get all the elements individually, and we're going to be scrolling those at the bottom of your screen. So £15 for the stencil, or you can get them part of the complete collection. But have a look at this, because the stencil, I thought this was a really good one. You've got that wonderful clouds, but then you've got the top and the bottom edge of the stencil to build up further detail within your design, and you can emboss with them as well. That's the emboss. And that is the deboss. Look, you can even get there. And this is something that Julia was really keen to promote, stencils with a good thickness, so you could do that. If I just show you here, this is your, is it candy floss? Candy Florals, apologies. So there's your Candy Florals, and that is your Candy Florals embossed. I mean, come on, ridiculous, and just great backgrounds. And also, I like the fact that you can pick up individual elements and colour those in. Down the rabbit hole now. Just show you here. So this is down the rabbit hole. I mean, isn't that stunning? Really nice. And that is your emboss. And on white cardstock, I shouldn't be able to show you this. It's the hardest thing to show on TV. So that is just fantastic for, you can use it with your backing papers too. Yeah. Okay, so those are your stencils. Then we have the Curious Wonders paper pack as well. So Curious Wonders paper pack, you're going to get toppers in this. You're going to get 4 topper sheets. They are silk GSM. And then you've got your 40 backing papers in there as well, 160 GSM. So just showing you here, those are your topper sheets. You're going to get 4 of those. There you go. I mean, beautiful. And then the backing papers, if I just show you here, are just ridiculous. I love the colours. Look at that. I mean, that is just screaming to be used. If you imagine a character, I'm just going to, got one of the characters here. Look, if you just imagine one of the characters on there, how good that would look. And then let me just go through some of these. So just beautiful, beautiful papers. Really, really nice. I'll try and script through quickly. I want to show you them all because we have to move on. But they are stunning. Now, you're also getting the A4 topper kit as well. Just going to show you here. So lots and lots of sentiments you can cut out. Flowers we can fussy cut there as well. So you are getting those really nice weight to these and another silky sort of finish to them as well. So you can get the paper pad and the topper kit together, details at the bottom of the screen. If you wanted to add them in with a complete collection, maybe stock up, you can as well, because they'll still be split via your Flexi. Can I just show you some inspirations? Because the design team have really gone all out. Look at that. So it's on. Or, how about, and this is just using the papers. Going through. They're bright, they're vibrant, different, and that's what you get with JMC. Right, I've got to put this down because we are busy. A third of the stock has gone here. I am so, that was a big jump, right? A third of the stock. I'm so pleased, and it's got to thank Lou for stepping in, and Julia, I'm so sorry. I know you can get here on this occasion. Hopefully next time you can come to the studio. Julia is a fantastic artist. She's a wonderful person. I mean, I absolutely love working with Julia. But with Julia, what you get, it's that originality. And I'm speaking to crafters. I know if you're watching right now, obviously you're a crafter. When I'm investing in something, and I'm sure Lou will agree with me here, I want to invest in something that's different to my stash, something that I'm going to enjoy working with and that I'm going to use. And for me, Julia ticks all those boxes. If you are, now I am a bit of a collector too. So if you know, when you buy into a brand and that universe gets expanded on, it's nice to build up those elements. And JMC, I think, definitely one of those companies where you are buying into their universe and being able to build a whole world from the characters there. The stencils are great, the stamps are fantastic, the papers are absolutely beautiful. There's no part of this collection, as a crafter, I personally do not love and wouldn't want to get playing with. And it's really interesting. What I like to do, shall I tell you a little tip here at the craft store? Look at the demonstrators and you just tell when they love something. Because Lou, it doesn't look like Lou's just playing now. This isn't work, she is just playing.
No, I was sticking the...
Well, that's a good
I was
sign.
carrying on making up the cards and stuff.
That's a good sign. Now, we have got some more for you as well on the website. We're just going to show you, if you do want to go onto our website, you can shop by brand, JMC. The complete collection, we'll whack that into our basket. If you do want to get additional paper pad, the paper pad collection, you can add that as well. And the only reason we're showing that is a few of you are doing it. You can then Flexi your whole order. So the paper pad originally would not have a Flexi payment on it, but because it's with your complete collection, you can do that. And then, now these are add-ons. So what we class these as end of call, and you can only access them once you're checking out. You can either quote our talk to our call center staff or do it online. And the beauty with this, if you're not a Freedom member, there is no additional shipping on this or PMP. So we've got a whole nother collection we could add in if you wanted. Ooh, for £26.97. Love that. Or maybe you want some MDF and charms. So there's a lot to discover. Do have a little look. Right, Lou, I think we have a bit more of a play.
Good. You know, you go, good. But I'm going to use the cloud stencil because I want to show that, yes, we can make clouds, but we can also use it in lots of different ways as well. So I've just grabbed a few greens here, and I want to make a background, a florally background. I'm trying, I'm trying to think. It's early, isn't it? Something. And I'm just going to use the greens, and I want to build up. And I'm using the daubers because my daubers are now starting. I have loads of these daubers, but falling apart. But it adds a different sort of texture to the background rather than just doing a flat blend. So I'm just going to go across. That's moved, but that doesn't matter because you can just go back in, and then I'm going to move it there. Hold. Now you could tape yours down.
Yeah, I know for TV, it'll be quicker.
I am, and then I just want to go over exactly the same, but I want to go with a slightly darker colour. And I'm now using the stencils to create bushes.
Oh, that's really clever, of course. I never even thought of that, Lou. Got to tell you, the stencils by themselves are actually proving very popular. Half the stock has gone there. Details for the stencils individually at the bottom of your screen. You're getting all three for £15. Your item number 662704. Still very busy, though, for our complete collection.
And I'm just going to edge it there. So I just want to create a really subtle background. And I would build up more and more of the colour. But then what I wanted to do was I wanted to take the stars, and I wanted to use them in different ways.
Oh, now they're going to be like flowers.
Yeah. So I'm just going to put a little bit of green here.
Genius.
And let's grab a bit of pink. I thought I opened it.
You're very good, Lou, at getting something and thinking, right, how can we use it in a different way? Because we always say the key to crafting is trying to get as much variety as you can from a product.
Oh, definitely. And it's seeing it in lots of different ways. And I think we all play and craft in different ways. And it's great to see how other people, you look at something and you just go, oh, where did they get that from? Oh, I like that. So I've got that there. But now I can then move them across. So I'm going for, let's put them there. We can overlap them again. Okay. And I'm just going to do the same. So just really quickly, I've created my background.
Do you know what I like about this? It's got that beautiful fantasy element of, imagine those great stories we've read or seen as kids. So the Alice in Wonderlands, the Willy Wonkas. It's got that kind of feel to it. Just
Julia does love.
Yeah, I've got to mention one more. I don't know, what other story? Harry Potter. Yeah, it has got. It's got
that look to it. So I've got that there. And then I just want to bring in the top here, and then just start building up. So a few of the clouds in, and then, like I said, we can turn it over, and we can move it that way. So it's just creating a quick background. Now, you could use, there's some beautiful backing papers. There's a beautiful blue backing paper in the Curious Wonders collection that's got that feel to it as well.
Lou, what you've shown so far today are two previous inspirations and what you're doing right now. The one thing that's jumping out to me is how achievable this is.
It is, it's very...
I feel that I could, you know, I could, if you got this home, even if you just start crafting today, I felt I could give that a go.
Oh, definitely could. So I think it's lovely to use. Now, I just want to add a little bit more depth into my greenery, and I'm going to use like the candy there, and I just want to bring that down.
Very, very effective, and I would never have thought to use these to build up.
Well, if I use different colours, I could have made them like more floral.
Equally, I suppose now, and I'm just going off your logic, I'm going to start doing this more with what I get. We could go under the sea with this as well.
Which we definitely could do. No, we're not going to, but
okay.
I know it's definitely what you want to do.
I didn't want to feel like I trod on your toes. Really,
no, go for it.
I seem to do that a lot.
No, it's nice, though, when you get different ideas. But, yeah, because seaside is my... I love seaside. And then all I wanted to do with the flowers is I've just taken a micron pen.
Now, do you love a bit of a doodle?
A doodle. But I'm just doing little random dots just to build up the background. Now, I would keep going and going and going, and in good time-honoured fashion. Yeah. Here's one I've done earlier. Let's move those out of the way. Lovely. And I've just carried on building, and then I've gone back over. I've taken the cloud designs, but I've gone this way, rather than, you know, like I've been using them to go that way. Yeah. I've turned them upside down and gone this way down to create like all the different troughs and different areas to stand in.
All that looks... You can imagine this sort of a real thorny bush, like you're delving into a secret world.
It is, and I just thought... So that is a really lovely, simple background. So if I grab... where is she? Oh, I'm trying to pick her up really delicately so I don't damage her. So if I now... This is Julia's wonderful colouring again.
That's just lovely.
And I put Layla on there. I've got a nice simple background. All I need to do is ground Layla, add a sentiment. So for
Layla's
example,
got the hearts.
Yes. Yeah. Layla's got the hearts. Celeste is all the stars, and then we've got Alicia. Alicia's got the teacups. Okay. And I had to think which is Alicia. But then with just a simple sentiment, you've got back that on black. You've got a straightforward card straight away, but I wanted to take it one step further because I can. Right. And I'll see. Now, all I've done is I've taken a card blank from an A3, folded it to make my card, and then I've done exactly the same with the background, with the cloud stencil and the wheels here to build it up. So now when I stick...
This would be good if you have your 15 by 42... the length of cardstock, pink frog folds nicely.
That sort of thing, or A3. So then I've got that background I'm going to stick onto there.
Perfect.
I will stick one down this time.
This is a special card. I love this, Lou.
I just wanted to show that you could, where I've started it, you could leave it there, just mount it onto a card blank and put your character on and add a few. Or if, you know, you can go to town because we have lots of the different elements. So I've got that as my background. And now I've got choices. I can put the beautiful character either on the front there so she's standing up, or I could have her in the background. So and then what I decided to do as well, with the same stencil that we get from here, I stenciled out again in green, and I've cut them out because they're lovely to cut out, and I wanted to add them as different leaves around. So I will trim this down, but I just wanted to do so they look like, brings in the little bit of the bushes element that I was trying to do. And we've got all these beautiful florals from the paper kit. So I thought it would be nice to bring all of these in.
And we could go, it's such a lovely design. You could really go to town and create a really decorative bush.
Oh, yeah, you could, but you could also cut these out individually if you really wanted to, and they'd become leaves.
Yeah. Oh, that's clever.
You know, each individually would suddenly become different leaves. So you could put them behind the actual flowers. Yeah. So we've got that going there. We're going to balance it up and do one down here. Now, I would trim round all of these.
This is nice, Lou. I feel I'm hearing myself all this out. All I've done is said, "Oh, this is lovely. I love this. This is great." But I genuinely, and the samples you've shown, the inspirations rather you've shown today, they are achievable, but they really are striking. These are the kind of cards, if you give it to somebody, you know they're going to stand out.
Oh, totally. And then we can build it up from there. And then, I mean, if we've got some beautiful floral elements as well. These are the stamps. I haven't cut them, but I could now start adding, if I wanted a little bit of height, I could add the stamp detail
I really
in a
like
tube.
that set. So that's obviously, we've got the 3 characters.
And this is the Curious Florals.
Yeah, and the Curious Florals, for me, it really helps to set the scene. So that's your scene builder. And it's another great insight into Julia's imagination.
Oh, definitely. Now, I'm going to put this one behind. So you can see this is in the paper pack, so it mirrors from the stencil, but now it's coloured.
Oh, that's nice.
And I just want to add a little bit of colour on the back there. And only because I am fussy, she says, where's my glue?
I'll let you stick that on, and while we're doing that, I just want to tell everyone at home, the stencils individually been immensely busy. We are now approaching 70% of the stock. £15 your price, you're getting all 3 of those. They're just really good stencils.
Yeah, and there's lots of different uses, you know, from them. Change your colours, and suddenly the way the stencil look changes as well. And I just want to add her, I'm going to turn this down, I'm going to add her up here. And we've got her to put it there.
Nice.
And then I've got still, I always do too many because you never know. And then I've got some of the little clouds that was left over from my other project.
Now, I'm going to borrow this idea with the clouds on parchment and vellum because it's really effective, and it's nice seeing that translucent over your design, your sort of backgrounds.
And it's because of the colours Julie's used when she's coloured her images in. I've rather than just go for a grey or a black or a blue ink, I thought, oh no, let's bring those colours in into the cloud. So I can now, and we've got that sitting there. So we've got bringing all those different elements in. We've got that there, and I'm going to just. I will ground her in a minute. I can't decide which floral I want, that's why I'm doing it that way. And we've got some beautiful sentiments, and I think this sentiment is lovely. A special card for a very important person. I just think that is beautiful. And that would go along here. And then I've got the love and hugs, which would then come over here. And then I could carry on. As you can see, I've got loads of florals here that, you know, you could carry on building and building and building, you know, and add each there to build the scene up. So when the card, these bits will fall off, so we'll get there. So the idea is when the card stands up, it becomes an actual scene in its own right. So you've got her there, and you've got all the florals, and you'd add the sentiments in.
That's nice.
But the initial starting point was just that initial background that you could just stop there if that's what you actually wanted to do.
The background, could you just hold the background up again? And you see, this is where, as Lou was saying, we started. But that is so achievable.
So the background, you could just put your stamped image straight there, mount it onto a card blank.
Done.
If that's your style. I have to chuck a few more things at it, though.
Lou, you've had fun.
I
and
have.
you can see it. You really like this collection.
Yeah, it is beautiful.
And I have to tell you, Lou's not alone, because we are approaching 40% of the stock that's meant to last the whole day. We have got another hour with Lou and JMC at 10 o'clock. Really, really busy for this. This is what crafting is all about, and the amount of people now I just think coming to crafting, and I say the the craft store community is just growing and growing and growing, and we love that. We always love new people joining us. So let's just have a look here. You are getting this set of 4 stamps, which are beautiful. 28 stamps in total here, wonderfully imagined, and that's the key here, because you are delving in to Julia's fantastic imagination. So we've got our 3 central characters expanding on Hattie, so Hattie's clan. Then we have, I love this one. This is the accessories. The term is curious florals. There we go. So curious florals there. And then we have our stencils, which have been very, very busy. Now, the stencils, I really like these stencils. Now, obviously, we see a lot of stencils here at the craft store, but these are different. So you've got the clouds, you've got the candy florals, and then you've also got down the rabbit hole there. And we're not stopping, because you're getting, I mean, everything in this. Do you know what I equate this to? You know when you go and maybe get a platter, you go out for dinner and you get a platter, and you gravitate towards your favourite bits of food. Here, everything is my favourite. You're going to enjoy tucking your crafty teeth into everything. No one, I'm not getting a lot of love for my analogy. No one else get that. It's like a great platter. Just having a look. So we've got our toppers and our backing papers. You can get 40 backing papers and toppers. I think this collection embodies our Paola very well. I've just seen Paola walking in. Paola, you look, I think, very reminiscent of one of the girls here. Like Layla. You'd be Layla. Paola, we can't hear Paola. So you'd be Layla?
I think so.
Yeah, okay.
You know what Layla means in Arabic?
Go on.
Night.
In French,
Layla.
Julia was saying that as well, something, or sweetheart as well, yeah.
Is this Layla?
I can't see which one you've got there.
Oh, there we
Sorry.
go.
I'll have to look at the character.
That might be one of the stars?
That's Celeste.
Oh, that's, sorry. I just picked up Celeste. Celeste's nice, got the moon. Yeah,
I like the way the hair's coloured.
Okay, so with the backing papers here, and I will just give you a little flick through, and you're also getting your topper sheets as well. But look at all of this. So you're getting your toppers with that satin finish, so 4 sheets of those. Then having a look at the backing papers, 40 of these, and they are absolutely stunning. I mean, the vibrancy, and this is something I think that really a signature for Julia, is her backgrounds, her designs, the colours, and actually Lou mentioned a really good point here, that you can use this for your inspiration. So, you know, when you get the sets home, allow the papers to guide you as well, so they can give you a starting point. You don't necessarily have to copy these or follow in the paper's footsteps, but they are a nice starting point. It's not all, though. We've still got more. We've also got the Hattie's Clan topper kit as well. So topper kit, we've got sentiments in there, more flowers that cut out easily. So very easy to cut those out. Have a look at those. Just instant effects. So if you just want to add a character in there, you can do with ease. £30.23 is your price for the complete collection. That's less, that's your first flexi payment, I should point out. But as your first flexi payment, that is less than you would pay for just the 4 stamps on their own today. So in real terms, money that's leaving your account. Obviously, as a flexi payment, in 4 weeks' time, you then pay your remaining £30.23. It's original, it's fun, and this is what I think the craft store's all about. 103 568, your item number. Very, very busy for this collection, and I'm so pleased that we are busy. Right, we're going to head back to Lou. Lou, you've got about 6-7 minutes.
I might not get it finished, but I will give it a good go.
Okay.
Right, I've got a mixture of absolutely everything for this demo, because I thought, why not? So I've taken some of the papers from the Curious Wonders. I've taken some of the toppers that we get from, you know, Hatties clan toppers, and I've cut into them, and then I'm going to bring in some stamping as well. So I've got the teacup here from the beautiful Alicia Harris.
Lovely.
And what I want to do, so I've just taken a generic die cut. It could be any shape. I've just gone for heart because she's got hearts in her character.
Yeah.
So, and I thought that would match. And all I want to do is I want to create on, this is technically the heart here would have been my waist from where I cut out my aperture. But I thought rather than waste it, let's use it. Now I'm not worried about going over where we've got, you know, all this bit with the heart coming over, because when we do our colouring, that's when you can bring all that back. So I'd carry on, I'll just do one more, and I would fill the whole of the heart design up. Let's move my masks out of the way. Go. So I'll carry on building and building and building. I'm just going to put my lid on my ink pad because otherwise I'll put my hand in it. And then after doing that and building it up and then colouring it up, you get something like that with the teacup. So you keep building, and where I was saying these bits here that you didn't see, I've just gone back over with a micron pen to create my little background.
So what I like about this theme as well, it's incredibly usable because you can create works of art, which is just fantastic. We're journaling or scrapbooking, but equally, if you wanted to make a birthday card, great, quirky. Just an afternoon tea, a Mother's Day card. I mean, it works in so many guises.
It is, and when you think of some of the sentiments we've got in the actual paper pack, I mean, you've got, like you said, it's always time for tea, friends forever, party, a beautiful heart, in my heart, bestie. I mean, you've got all of those, not alone the sentiments in the stamp sets as well. Right, so what I've done is I've taken the paper design here, and then, as I said, this was my waist, and I've just created my aperture, and I've done the matching paper on top. So I just want to add some acetate because I want to make a shaker card.
Oh,
sorry.
nice.
Sorry, Ben, I know I'm throwing it on the floor. I will pick it all up.
We love a shaker. Ben doesn't mind.
I always feel guilty when you walk away and you go, look at that mess there. Right.
Ben sees it as a workout. Those guns don't work themselves.
Oh, I'm sure he doesn't. I'm sure inwardly he's smiling outwardly, but inwardly he's going, yeah, okay, yeah, all right.
I just want to give you a little update. The full stamps by themselves, I have to say, those are getting very busy too. So if you just want to go for the stamps by themselves, £36.80 your price, saving £7.16. 157063 item number. Just to point out though, if you do go for the complete collection, you are getting absolutely everything. So having a look, you're getting the stamps, you're getting the stencils, you're getting the papers, and there is another £6.34 added on top of that as well.
Right, so before I stick the acetate down, I want to use the aperture to place my teacups. So I know when I put it back over the top, it will actually work.
Perfect.
And then there's my acetate going on the top there.
I love a shaker.
I know. You just go. Now, I would obviously add a lot more. I will do that. There we go. And we would. I won't put all the sequins in. I will do them because obviously I need to go around the outside here. But I wanted to do the acetate, and these all need to join. So I'll pretend I've done that. So we'll put that there. And then what I've done is we've got these beautiful toppers, but we've also got all the images coloured up, ready to go. And I thought what would be nice is we'd have all this full of shaker, and I've got all my colours there. Sequins are my secret bling, not glitter or anything like that. And then I thought what we could do is I've just cut her out beautifully because she's beautifully coloured. And the topper kits are great inspiration if you don't know or how you want to colour, because you've got light bits, you've got dark bits. There's colours there that you wouldn't necessarily put together. And what I want to do is, this is the leftover bit from the paper, why waste it? And it's got the teacup and the hearts on. And this is one of the other toppers that I've chopped her off, but I've kept her. You know, and I can then have her standing in the teacup.
Oh, that's
And
nice.
where the legs, you can see where it was the same character, I can marry those legs up.
Clever.
And then I can bring in lots of the little florals all the way around and carry on building and building and building. And then I would have the sentiment again, a special card for an important person. And just, it was just to show that everything does work together as, you know, as a complete collection, and you can do absolutely everything. I mean, obviously I've got to stick all the shaker elements
Of course,
in.
but that's okay. Lou, thank you so much. I tell you what, Lou, the 2 previous inspirations that you made, can we just show those? Actually, you made 4 really today. Just have a look. And this is just Lou playing this hour, what you are going to be getting up to.
Let's move those 2 out of the way, and then I can actually...
I mean, the characters really do inspire, and I think as a crafter, I kind of like investing in a set that's going to inspire me.
Oh, totally. And you can take them to where you can go bold and bright, you could go a little bit more subtler. You know, you've got all the flowers there, so if you didn't want to stamp from the flowers, you can mix them in, you know, with the paper kits, and they're already coloured, and use them as the starting point of your inspiration for your colours and the way forward. And the stencils just make superb backgrounds as well. But we could do these, you could get one of the backing papers and do exactly the same on a backing paper if you didn't want a white background.
Of course you could. What would you, in talking to Julia, what would you say, what sums her up? What makes Julia's design so special to you?
The originality. I think for me, it's Julia allows me as a creative person to take this where I want it to go.
That's nice.
And I know in her head she's probably got her own ideas where she wants it to go. And I think that's really quite liberating, because suddenly you can pick something and it fits into your mould of crafting.
Yeah.
Straight away. It's effortless in that respect.
Okay. Fantastic. Now, I do need to just point something out. I apologise, we have made an error. So the paper pack is not part of the complete collection. The complete collection is the topper kit. It's the Hatties Clan topper kit, which you can see, not the paper pack. So I can only apologise. If you have purchased with that in mind, with the paper pack being included, just give our call centre a call and we'll refund, or we will make that right. So I can only apologise, just one of those things, so I am so sorry about that. But Lou, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Really enjoyed it. I hope you've enjoyed this hour as well. We are going to be back with the fantastic JMC and Lou at 10 o'clock. Oh, right. We have got a fantastic one-day special. I saw this launching yesterday, actually. So Leah Griffin is up next. After that, we are reintroducing Lily of the Valley and then JMC Designs.
For the past 6 years, Achanda's been your home of crafts, hobbies and arts.
We've got some exciting news. We've got a brand new name.
From April the 1st, we'll be changing our name to The Craft Store.
This will make it easier for you to find us when scrolling through your TV channel guides and searching for us online.
Nothing else is changing. We'll be the same Achanda that we've always been.
We're just getting a brand new name.
Demonstration-led, full of inspiration and variety, with our own dash of personality.
Welcome to The Craft Store, your home of everything crafts.
Hi, I'm Jean, and together with my partner Malcolm, we run a small business in the northeast of England called Crafty Individuals. At Crafty Individuals, we're mostly involved in the design and manufacture of a very wide range of red rubber art stamps, but we also have a range of background papers and mini images that are also brilliant to create with. We also have a great little team of other artist friends who've helped us along the way and have come up with other designs that completely work alongside our own. So do pull up a pew and join us on the shows. We can't wait to see you there.
Hi, my name's Barbara Gray from Clarity Stamp. And how did I get here? Well, when my children, Grace and Mark, were born, I left the corporate world and I took up crafting full-time. Then I had a moment of clarity, if you'll pardon the pun, and I came up with the transparent art stamp. And the rest is history, really. For the last 27 plus years, I've been pioneering the art of transparent stamping. If you like my style and you like what I do, then please join me, Barbara Gray.
Good morning. Well, this hour is a little bit of one of those moments that you have got once in a while that really is like, I don't believe this is happening to me, because I've been a massive fan of Leah Griffith for such a long time. I am a massive paper flower lover, and the one person that has taught me so much through the tutorials has been Leah Griffith. So for me, today is not a little bit special, is mega special. And of course, Leah is joining us via Skype. Of course, Leah, you are based in the USA, aren't you?
I am. I'm here in Portland, Oregon.
For me, it's such a pleasure to talk to you because, as I mentioned, I've been a massive fan. I remember a few years ago when I started making, crepe paper flowers that you were, I researched a lot online, and your tutorials were by far and above the most in-depth, the most beautiful, and more practical as well. And you're bringing all that into the one-day special.
I am. I'm so happy to be here, and I love hearing your story too. That means a lot to me. So I love that you're a paper flower fan. We're going to have fun this hour.
Yes, and I was saying yesterday, Leon is one of my closest friends. In my house, I have got paper flowers that some of them I follow your tutorials for, that I made 2015, I think that's when I started. And they are still there. And that's the beauty of these flowers, that every single one of those ones you are going to treasure.
I feel like they're little pieces of artwork.
They are. And they are also very easy to make and also very addictive, aren't they?
They are. I warn people, if you start making crepe paper flowers, it will become your new obsession, because there is just something so inviting about creating something this beautiful, and it's easy to get into making and find that you are picking it up so quickly so that you're able to make almost any flower. Especially, we really try to teach people and give them really good training and videos so that you can just walk right in and feel confident. That's always my goal.
Yeah, and of course, those tutorials are included in the one-day special. I'm going to go run through exactly what happens, what you're going to get in the one-day special. Now, before anything, it did sell out last night. It was so busy. Now, it's back on extended dispatch from the 6th of May, but 20% already gone of that extra stock. Now, what we are getting in here is 3 paper flower kits. Now, not only you can make one, but you can make multiple of them. Now, you have the Icelandic poppy, which I believe you can make it in any colors as well. The Icelandic poppy is over there, so you can see that. Then this one, gorgeous in here, the larger poppy. Then you are getting the peony, which is one of my favorite flowers, and as well to make as a paper flower is one of the most rewarding. So that's the peony, that's the Icelandic poppy, and then you have, of course, the rose paper kit as well. Now, shall we go through exactly what you get in each kit? Now, Leah, one of the things I learned the hard way was that the quality of that crepe paper is very important, isn't it?
Yes, it really is. I do a whole video. I have a tutorial, well, not a tutorial, but a video talking about all the different manufacturers, and there are not that many manufacturers outside of China who make crepe paper. So there are 2 manufacturers that do really special crepe paper. One is in Italy and one is in Germany.
Yes.
And I am partnering with the German crepe paper company, and we can talk about that more later, because they create a couple of them, like the double-sided crepe paper. That's the only place that's manufactured, and 2 of our kits are double-sided crepe paper, and we can get into all that detail.
We will indeed.
This paper.
We will indeed. Now, also on the kit, you are getting the wire, which is very important, already paper covered, and of course that means that it's easier for the wax tape to apply, and then the extra covered as well. Then you are getting the right size polystyrene balls. Now, I will say again, I have tried to source different things for my own creations, and Leah Griffith's kits are so good because you have got everything you need, but the top quality to get those results, the realistic results, because that's another thing that you need to understand. That is like not everything, not every crepe paper, not every single tape will give you the perfect results every time. Now, in the kits, you also are getting the templates, also a printed pattern and the instructions here, and also you are going to have access a link to the video tutorial. Now, also another thing that I think it comes with as well with that link tutorial is it to have a SVG file, so we could use our Cricut Maker with the rotary blade or the Silhouette Cameo 4 with the rotary blade to cut our own shapes as well. Is that correct, Leah?
That is correct. In fact, you can get the pattern that's in the kit itself. You can use that one. And then we've also, because I can't help it, I always want to improve, right? So we've made an updated version, and that's what I'm showing you today. So you can see this new peony that we've created from the same kit. And you can download the updated pattern. It's an SVG or a PDF. And I have a full workshop where I actually teach the whole class. I'm talking it through, and it's a really great workshop. And you get all of those with the kits.
Oh, that's amazing. I'm so in love with all this. Now, of course, if you want to have the one-day special, remember, it did sell out earlier. It's, of course, then if you want it, it is dispatched from the 6th of May. You are saving £15 and £44 and 99 pence, or spread the cost into interest-free payments of £22 and 49 pence, 369,411. Now, I would recommend to put the Flexi buy option as well, because then you can add other crepe papers, and we're going to have a look at the pick and mix. Now, this is the double-sided crepe paper. Now, like Leah was mentioning, she has partnered with this company in Germany, and they are the only ones to do this double-sided color. Now, this is really important when you are creating certain types of flowers, because that is even more realistic. You know how you look at a flower, a real flower, and it has that depth of color, that kind of slight variation on the outside. This is what it delivers. Now, it's a pick and mix. You choose any 2 packs, and you are getting 2 sheets per set, which means that you have got 2 tones, and double-sided both of them. So, in fact, you are actually getting like 4 different sides to it, if you know what I mean. Now, shall we go through the options, because they are absolutely stunning. We have got a white and vanilla, with vanilla and chiffon. Then we have a blush and chiffon with peach and petal. You can see that. Then we have got honeysuckle and coral with apricot and light rose. That's over half the stock. Then we are going to strawberry and tulip pink with flamingo and peony. Oh, I love this. But this has to be my favorite, obviously. Oh, this is so gorgeous. This is, sangria and aubergine with cherry and raspberry. And then we have green tea and cypress. Cypress. It's like the tree, but I cannot pronounce. Cypress and moss. Oh, look at that. Over 80% of that one has gone. Now, I will mention it again, how hard it was for me to source when I was like kind of trying to find it. And one of the things when Leah launched her first collection, I did buy it, and immediately it was a game changer. The quality of the stretch, the quality of the colors. Also, this is very important, the colors. You know that they are colors that are related to flowers that will be perfect. The other thing I will mention is the fact that the way that you have got a two-tone, it means that you have got, even with 1 pack, you will be able to make more flowers and a bigger bunch. Now, extended delivery, it will be from the 30th of April. Now, if you want to go for the pick and mix, please make sure to check out your basket. Select whatever color and check out your basket. 803608 is your item number. 1299 is your item number. Absolutely gorgeous. But we have got different weights of, different fabric, different crepe paper. Can you feel that, how excited I am? I'm like, so, because this is the most beautiful crepe paper. And making paper flowers is something that is so rewarding. And also it makes a lovely present. Anything that you like to do. So for instance, if you like MDF, you know, if you like MDFs and things like that, this is a perfect way to decorate them. Right, we have got the extra fine. This is, I'm going to go ahead and go for the green ones and add them definitely, because I'm creating leaves and they will have that transparency as well. But also there is lots of different flowers that you can do. Now in here you are going to get 4 sheets per pack and you're choosing 2 packs. Now it's actually 25 centimeters by 2 meters. Leah, if you had to make a recommendation aside from the greens in this collection, which one would you go for?
Oh, I would go for the aubergine and the merlot, the dark, rich colors. They're so beautiful. Yes, and you know, I would probably get one of each.
Well, I think that's a very smart thing to do. Which sort of flowers would you recommend, you know, to use with the extra fine crepe paper?
Yes, we actually have quite a few. I have a lot behind me, and I can pull them up and show you guys. I have this. Well, actually, well, no, I'll do it in a minute. We do a lot of this extra fine crepe paper where I have one right here. It's within reach. Okay.
Oh, look,
a
hibiscus.
Paper. Look at this. Hibiscus. And what we do is we wire the center of the petals, which then gives it the structure that it needs, but then you have the delicateness.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll bring it really close to the camera. You can see how delicate it looks, but yet it's still very strong. So that would be one. The Icelandic poppy is also the extra fine crepe paper. I have this beautiful David Austin rose that I've created. Let's see what else. We do irises, tulips. You know, there's just so much you can make with extra fine. I would say extra fine and the double-sided are my favorites. So, right. Yeah.
Absolutely. Right, extra fine. If you want to make more of those Icelandic poppies or those hibiscus or lilies, do go for this one. £16.99 is your price. I so want to, like, my shopping list is like, and I have got lots of them. And also, I will say another thing. With paper flowers, you can make so many. And it's something that you have it and you can pick up at any time. You can do bits and pieces. Sometimes I will do just the cutting, then I will do the assembling. So it's such a rewarding craft. Then we have got the heavy crepe paper. Now, this one you have got, again, a pick and mix, and you choose any two. Now, you have 4 options, but you have got only 3 in here that you can see. Now, this is the honeysuckle, the coral, the eggnog, and then we have got the chiffon.
1, 2, and then I'll add the 3rd one there. And then the next 3, I'll just place them right between. And, you know, again, if you have a good template and if you've made some nice curls and shapes on your flower, it should go really easy and it should start to look like a flower, you know,
Yes,
immediately. Look
absolutely.
at that. Here we are. Yeah, and then we'll start adding the next 3. I'm going to add just a bit of glue here. I have to say, I must have left this hot glue gun on overnight. Sometimes they get really hot.
They do.
And it is very, so I like this really pointed tip on my hot glue gun, but you can use a low temperature hot glue gun.
Yeah.
The only reason why I use this one, yeah. So low temperature works great with crepe paper. So you can see how I'm just placing the petals now right between the other ones. And notice some of my petals are on the darker side and some are on the lighter side. I like to vary. You don't have to, you can make them all the same, but it looks great either way.
It does, because the peonies have that kind of, you know, the depth of color going inward. So kind of playing with that makes a lot of, you know, replicates the nature of the flowers.
It really does. Yeah, I feel like, you know, what makes crepe paper flowers even more interesting is when they're not perfect, when they're a bit messy, or when they have some variation is what makes them look even more real. So that's what we try for. You know, you can see even the shape of these petals, how they're cut. I have another one here, how there's just a lot of variation in that petal shape.
Oh,
just to
yeah.
give some variety. Yeah.
And that makes...
So that's just to help it look very realistic when you get it all put together, so that nothing is so uniform. So there's the center, and we'll just keep going. That was 6 petals. So we have another stack here, and these are a bit larger. And they're a little bit, the shape is a bit different. So I'll do the same thing where I'm going to use my curling tool first, and I'll go ahead and add some shape to the top. I want to show you something here too. See how the double-sided crepe paper, when it comes in the packs, it often has these little folds. And, you know, technically you can iron that, but do not use steam. But you really don't need to, because look at this. You just use your curling tool and it just flattens right out.
Okay.
So, yeah. And even these little, I cut these on my machine, and the rotary blade kind of pushes this tip up.
Yeah.
But it's okay because it looks great.
It does, and I love those little imperfections. Why is it that we need to use a rotary blade if you are using an electronic cutting machine?
Yeah, you know, as much as we wanted that knife blade to work on crepe paper, it just wouldn't. It's kind of like trying to cut fabric, unbonded fabric, where it will just drag the fabric. It won't cut through it. It will just bunch it up. That's what happens with the crepe paper with the knife blade, or with the fine point blade. So when the rotary blade came out, we were so excited because everybody was asking us, you know, can you cut crepe paper with a cutting machine? And the answer was always no. But I really want to encourage people, if you do not have a cutting machine, you can still make crepe paper flowers. I have a month-long masterclass that I do for beginners, because we really do focus on getting people in and teaching beginners. But I have this masterclass, and I ask my students to please don't use your machines. Cut everything by hand, because I want you to really feel the paper and get to know the paper. So I do encourage people, if you have a cutting machine and you're confident in how to use it, there are techniques on cutting crepe paper. Confident, go ahead and do it. If you really want to master this, I suggest, you know, make a few flowers by cutting them by hand. And you can stack the paper too. You can stack double-sided, I would say 4 layers at a time. You can stack, I usually, the heavy crepe paper, I keep it down to 3, maybe 4, maybe even 2. It depends on the cut. And then the extra fine, you might even stack up to 6 pieces at a time to cut that crepe paper. So it goes pretty fast.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now,
so
also, I remember yesterday you gave a top tip about what sort of scissors to use. That you have 2 types of scissors that you like to use.
Yes. I do. Okay, so I have my just, you know, beautiful craft scissors that have a nice blade on them. And I like the long blade when I'm cutting long cuts. So say if I had this paper, let's see here, I have this pattern right here. This is a big shape right there. See that one? I'm not going to cut it out, but what I would do is I would cut it out. I would place it on top of my crepe paper, and again, I would probably have about 4 stacks. I often will clip. I have these little mini clips. I'll clip them all together. And then the nice thing about the long blade is you can do these beautiful, long, swooping cuts that are smooth. You see how I'm doing that?
Yeah. And of course, the crepe paper, the grain goes upwards, right? Always vertically.
Yes, that's a good point. Thank you for mentioning that. So on this particular pattern, and all of our patterns, we do this. This is very important. You want to really note the grain lines on the patterns, and even the SVG cuts. We have a layer over the SVG cut that you just hide before you cut anything that has these grain lines. And you want to make for sure that all of your paper matches those grain lines. You will have so much better results if you do that. If your grain line on this petal, say, was this direction, you would not be able to get this beautiful shape. It just wouldn't work. So, you know, the creping is what makes crepe paper so special. So really use the crepe to your advantage. Use that line to your advantage. Another place I'm going to show you that is here on this leaf. This one's a little bent, but I'll go ahead and show you. So on this, you can see how it's cut at an angle. Yes. And that makes this beautiful V-cut leaf. I actually have another one over here that might be a better, let's see. I made it yesterday. Here it is. Okay. Here's another one.
Oh, I see.
I'm holding it up to the camera here so you can see it. But look how that just really gives this leaf life to have the crepe paper almost making, the pattern. It just looks so beautiful. So the other scissors that I wanted to mention, I love having a nice, very fine point. This is actually the Kai scissor, and these little babies are so sharp. So one of the things that we use, we'll use this for detail if you have little detail to cut, but it's, such a sharp thing. But a lot of our flowers have this stamen where it's fringed.
Yes.
And you can get in there and make this little teeny tiny fringe with this. And this is almost, you almost cannot do this on your cutting machine because it's so fine. So you can see the tiny little fringe that you get. I'll get this over here in the white. There we go.
Oh, yeah.
By using these little tiny scissors. So that's why I like to have 2 pairs of scissors that I use all the time. So there you have it.
That is very handy top tip, and I think most crafters will have 2 scissors that are kind of more or less similar to that, and it will be very helpful.
Yes, I definitely, and I always try to keep my paper scissors and then my fabric or felt scissors separate. So, another thing I want to show you, this is always fun to show people because it's kind of, I don't know, it's just fun to do. When you get your crepe paper, you might want to try this. So here's our heavy crepe paper, which is nice. It has a bit more tooth to it, as you can see. There's a little tooth here.
Yeah,
it's a little thicker. And then it has 250% stretch. So that is just beautiful. Sometimes, we'll do a center of a flower and we might stretch out the center and then we'll fold it like this. And then we'll, it probably wouldn't be pink, but you never know. And then you fringe it. So you can use the crepe paper in different ways. There's just so many different things you can do. And then here is our extra fine crepe paper, and this is very smooth. And you can see it's almost like fabric.
Yep.
And then this one has about 150%. Whoops, see, and I ripped it. It's actually quite strong, but there was a nick in it, and so it ripped on that nick. But,
perfect, yeah.
So there's that one. And then here is our double-sided, which has the 2 different colors on each side, and it's very smooth. It's almost velvet looking.
Yeah.
And this one does not stretch as much because there's glue between it, but you don't need, some of these flowers that you use this paper for, you don't need a lot of stretch. So, each crepe paper, we use all 3 crepe papers. Sometimes we'll use a couple of them in one flower, and they each are they're great crepe papers. And if whatever you guys buy, we have flowers for you to make, and probably videos to go along.
Absolutely. Now, Leah, thank you so much for that amazing first demo. The one-day special, though, a third of the stock of the extended delivery stock has already gone. Remember, it did sell out last night. We brought it back, and it will be dispatched from the 6th of May. What you have in the one-day special is all the materials to make Icelandic poppies, to create roses, and to create peonies. Now, what you are getting is not only that crepe paper manufactured in Germany, but you are getting also the wire, so you can do the the stamen. You have, of course, the instructions, the wax tape, the polystyrene balls, these the right side for the flowers. You are getting instructions, you are getting the templates, you are getting a link to video tutorial. And I talk from experience when, my grandmother used to make silk flowers. So for me, it's something very it kind of runs in the family. But when I started making crepe paper flowers in earnest, it was around 2015. And I researched online so many tutorials and what templates. And Leah was by far the most beautiful finished flowers, the way of colors, the way that she puts everything together. But more importantly, the fact that it was so easy to achieve great results. Once that you make one flower, you realize that that flower is going to last you for as long as you look after. Literally, 2015, the first flowers I made, they're still in my house looking beautiful. Now, you are getting here in the one-day special a £15 saving. You can make so many different flowers. I believe you can make a dozen roses. I believe you can make, about 12 Icelandic poppies. It's not, you can make bunches of flowers as presents as well. You are saving, as I mentioned, £15, but also you have the Flexi buy option to spread the cost into interest-free payments of £22.49. Now, put that in 369411, and then what I would recommend is to put a few extras of the amazing, the double-sided pick and mix. Now, this is a really unique thing. Now, it is so unique because, like Leah was explaining, this company in Germany, at Verola, are the only ones to create it. 2 different pieces of paper glued together, but you still have got some stretch, not as much as the other ones, but enough stretch to give that natural look, that kind of beautiful petals. And also, being double-sided, it means that it's more realistic when you come to make flowers. Now, the first one, you have got, remember, it's a pick and mix, so you're choosing 2, and you are having 2 different colors. So you have got vanilla, you can see, 60% of the stock has gone, and you can see the 4 shades, because remember, there are 2 different colors in each side, and you have got 2 different shades in total, so 4 colors. Then we have the blush option. Again, the same thing happens here. You can see the 4 colors, 70% of the stock gone for that option. Then we have the honeysuckle. Again, you can see it, the 4 different colors, and also they have been put together. They coordinate perfectly to create a really realistic and family-friendly kind of colors. 60% of the stock for that one. Then we have got the strawberry option here. Oh, look at that, just gorgeous. 60% of the stock has gone as well. And then we have got the sangria. Sangria with a beautiful, I love it. 70% of the stock has gone. And then we have got green tea, and now that is limited. Now, one of the things also I want to really hone in is the fact that crepe paper is beautiful, but the quality of this is another level. But also the colors that Leah has selected. Flowers look amazing in any color, but when you have a professional like Leah, who used to be a florist, who had that knowledge of floristry, you know that they're going to be even more beautiful. So this is your chance to get those papers. £12.99 is your price. 803-608. The extended delivery, I believe, is dispatched from the 30th of April. Right, and now we have got also on the website, we have got the double side, you can see here, you can see the crepe paper pick and mix, the extra fine. You are choosing whichever 4 you want. Absolutely stunning. Please recommend especially that greens for the foliage. That's amazing. As Leah was saying, merlot and aubergine, absolutely gorgeous. You can make hibiscus, lilies, Icelandic poppies, roses, so many flowers. You can choose any 2 packs for £16.99, but in each pack you are going to get 4 sheets of it. Especially the leaves, the greens for the foliage is going to last you a very long time. Right, that is the picks and mix, but of course the one-day special is extraordinary, and we want to see Leah in action. Leah, we are back to you.
All right, I think that the next thing I want to show you guys is how to make this leaf, and it's a little bit different of a technique than the flowers. So what I'm doing, I have my 24 gauge green paper covered wire here, and I set my at an angle. It's easy for me to lay it down. Then I'll take my white glue. Remember, I said it's important. This is why. And I'm going to slide my wire right into the hole and then pull it out. So look how beautifully.
Yes. All right. Right, of course.
A few years ago. And then I'll place.
There's some technical, sometimes
I'll place that right
problems.
onto the one side. Okay.
Yeah. Carry on. Yeah, it's fine now, I think.
Are we good to go?
Yeah.
Okay. Good. So I'm placing it on this side of my crepe paper leaf, and then I'll put the other half of the leaf on top and line it up, and then I'm just going to press it down. And this creates a nice vein right in the middle of my leaf. You can pick it up, you can press it between your fingers, Then I like to take my small scissors and just clean up that tip if it needs to be clean. That looks pretty good. I'll take my curling tool, and you'll see there's a bend on this one here, but that's okay, because I'll just take my curling tool, and you can see how the grain line goes straight down that leaf. I'll curl this one a different direction, maybe curl this little bit here, and then my wire gives it extra shape. Okay. And that's what I will eventually, when I'm done with this flower, I'll just put that right onto the stem of the flower.
Yeah.
So how easy was that?
Very easy. And you know what? Making leaves is one of the things that I kind of used to use it also as a kind of a mindful exercise. Like, it was so easy. I wasn't, and create leaves and leaves and leaves, and then you can then assembling them into foliage.
It's always good to have as many leaves as possible. I will say that, because, and I also, oftentimes I like to keep my leaves separate from my flowers. Yeah, in this case, I went ahead and put them right onto the peony, just so I wanted to display it. But if I wanted to, say, create a beautiful bridal bouquet, I might even keep these leaves separate, put them on separate wires. That way you can arrange them where you need them in your bouquet. You can see that I did this. Here's a sample of that, where I kept my rose leaves separate.
Yes.
And you know, when I'm making a bouquet, whether it be a bridal bouquet or a tabletop arrangement or even a wreath, having leaves, having a lot of extra leaves is so nice. It's such a nice thing to have. So, and the other thing I want to mention, you know, when you make these flowers, there are oftentimes I'll make a bridal bouquet, or I'll make, you know, a tabletop arrangement, and then maybe in the spring I decide, oh, I want to use that flower and make a wreath. And you can keep recycling these flowers over and over again, and they're so beautiful as gifts. They're great for nursing homes when, you know, people can't have live flowers in their way because of the pollen. So, you know, what a great, it's just a wonderful craft to learn.
It is, absolutely. Approaching 40% of the one-day special has gone. It is a joy. It's absolutely gorgeous. This is some of the, I mean, Leah was talking about those bouquets of, you know, bridal bouquets. Now you can see in here how beautiful they are. They are so realistic. Remember that once you start making them, you will be able to change a little bit the sizes. You will be able to explore. This is one of the things I did. You need the know-how, you need the templates, which are provided by Leah. You need the quality crepe paper, which are provided. The wire are provided. The balls, the polystyrene balls are all provided. And that's very, 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 very important to have it here. Now, of course, remember that One Day Special has the link to a tutorial, which you can see it. It's an amazing, well, we are going to have it here. You can see it faster, speeded up, but it was going to be proper speed. So don't worry about that. But I love how Leah kind of uses different bits and pieces to color. So you will be able to see in detail exactly how she puts the centers together. Now, the attention to detail to Leah's tutorials are second to none. They are, you watch them, and of course she has got this beautiful voice as well that is so calming. But of course, then you kind of get all the detail, all how she achieves those finer, tips and those finer things. And you will be able to pause it at any time, rewind. You don't have my, me kind of interrupting. And there it is. You can see, look at that speed and how you can, obviously it will be normal speed when you watch those videos. But here we wanted to show you as much as possible of it so you know all the steps that are included. 40% of the extended delivery of the One Day Special has already gone once. Now it's back on extended on the 6th of May. It is exceptional quality crepe paper. This is not something that is easily sourceable. I know because I have been there. And you sometimes find the extra heavy, but you don't find the finer. Here you have got exactly the right thickness, weight of that crepe paper, that double-sided crepe paper for that peony. You have in there enough to create, I think it's about between 12 flowers in each of those kits. In imagine that. You would have 36 beautiful flowers to display, and of course the foliage as well. £15 saving, £44.97 is the price for those kits. Remember, that's the one-day special. If you wanted to add, those Peka mix, if you wanted extra craft paper, we have got those options. Check them out on the website. Right, the one-day special 369411 is your item number. Back to Leah.
So I'm just finishing putting these beautiful petals on this flower. And yeah, I did want to say, so each of the packs has 12 balls. And, for the poppies, I made 6 poppies and then 6 pods.
Yeah.
However, you can make all 12. There's plenty of paper to make more poppies. In fact, a lot of these kits, you'll have extra paper when you're done, and then you can make another art project. For the peonies, again, there's 12 balls, so you can mix and match. I did 3 and then 3 buds, and then I did 3 of these little partial peonies, just to give some variety.
Indeed.
Okay, it doesn't want to stay. And then for the roses, I made 12 roses, but I would make different sizes. So I do buds. Here's a small, here's a large, here's the medium. So there's 4 different sizes that I show you in the video that you can make. You can also make 6 of these and 6 of these. You would have enough crepe paper for that as well. So, I do demonstrate every single detail on all 3 of these. And also, we answer questions. If you have questions or you have issues along the way and can't figure out something, you can just shoot us, some sort of, either through social or through email, and we'll always answer.
Yeah.
So that's kind of handy.
Absolutely. I do urge everybody to check out Leah's Instagram. It's Leah Griffiths on Instagram, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I've
yes,
been a follower for quite some time. And of course, the blog, you put so many tutorials, so many information, even just the visual inspiration that you give us. It's just so rewarding to just look at those pictures.
Yeah, it is. We actually do a monthly collection where we'll do paper flowers, we'll do paper plants, macrame projects, felt projects, SVG cup files. So we have all these variations, and then we also do monthly tutorials, live tutorials for crepe paper flowers. So there's just so much that we offer over there to really help support people in their crafting journey, because I just feel like all of us need a little more crafting right now.
Absolutely.
Especially if we're stuck at home.
Yeah.
Right?
And I love how the way that you bring the color to our lives, the way that you have selected the right color tones. So no matter what sort of flowers we create, they will look so beautiful together in a bunch of bouquet, or just a single stem flower in a glass vase.
Yeah, absolutely. And you're right about colors being hard to find. I remember when I first started making crepe paper flowers, and I just couldn't find quite the color tones that I wanted. So when we picked the colors that we wanted, and some of them we actually made ourselves, we want to do more of that. We looked for flowers, and I kept saying, I want colors that look like you can find them in the garden.
Yes.
Like this is a color I would see, at a rose garden, or if I were to go to the flower shop and pick up a peony, that's the colors that I want. So that was my goal. So,
yeah, absolutely. And I can tell that, because I remember, like you're saying, it's hard to source the right colors. And whether you see every color here works together, whichever color you are going for, the pick and mix is going to work. Of course, the one-day special, you are going to be able to create, like Leah was saying, you can create buds with them. You can create the beautiful larger flowers. You can make any combination of that. 12 flowers in each of those sets. That's the bare minimum. And then, of course, you can bring the leaves as well. Over 40% of the one-day special, and that's the 40% of the restock of the extended delivery, because it did sell out last night. If you want yours, you know what to do. Check out your baskets. From somebody who loves pink and paper flowers, is one of those the most rewarding. And also, I have to say, it's really easy, isn't it, Leah?
Yeah, I believe it is, you know. Of course, I've been making a lot of paper flowers, so I feel like it's easy. But, you know, I've taught so many classes, and we really do listen to our community as they, you know, take our master class or work on our, you know, our monthly live workshops. And I listen to what their needs are and what they're looking for and how I can help teach the class better so it's easier for them to understand. So, you know, we do provide as best we can the most easy path to becoming an expert paper crafter.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And I think it's all about the materials, all about those templates which you provide. So, you know, you are not going to be lost at home. You're going to have the tutorial, the right paper, the right materials, and of course, those really important templates as well, which I love that, Leah, that you kind of keep improving. You're not sitting on your laurels. You kind of keep making them making them better every time.
Yes, that is so true. And it's not just me. You know, I have people on my team who inspire me. Megan, who she does the monthly live with me. Yeah. She usually designs that flower, and she'll go out and research new techniques and new methods. Like we just did this new flower where we added watercolor to the crepe paper, and that was a real hit for us. So. And then also the other makers, even if they're creating something out of felt, there's some inspiration there that inspires how we can create something even more elevated with our crepe paper flowers. And we just keep handing it out and saying, all right, guys, here's the next version.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's something
we're
that
students with you.
And if somebody goes for the one-day special, they can make maybe say 3 poppies, 3 beautiful peonies, but then they can go to your tutorials, to your new releases, and use the materials you have got from the one-day special and experiment with different flowers as well.
Absolutely. Yes, there are so many options of flowers. I haven't counted lately, but I'm thinking there. I don't even know if I should throw out a number, but we keep running out of flowers to make. We're like, have we made a lilac? Yes, we've made a lilac. Have we made? So we'll maybe even make. Oftentimes we'll go back and say, well, you know that peony we made before. Let's make a better version of it. So, and we're always asking our community, what flowers do you want us to make and teach you? So, you know, there are so many flowers out there to make.
Yeah, absolutely. And the thing is also, you know, when you have the crepe paper, the right crepe paper, I found it that suddenly, no matter how you cut the template, maybe a little bit wonky or a little bit, it still didn't matter. Still you had that effect, that natural effect, which was stunning. So we are thinking, so you mentioned that we can do about 12 flowers per, you know, kit. So in total it would be 36, right?
Yes. That is correct. There are 12 of the centers in each kit, so we made sure that you have enough materials to use every single one of those wires and the balls. So 12 flowers. And again, there's an extra for more flowers as well.
And it's so amazing. I have to say the roses, we haven't kind of not really looked at them closely, but let's have a look at the roses. The pink, there they are on the side, on the left-hand side of the screen. Gorgeous. I love also, they showcase the quality of the color of the crepe paper because they have got that realistic, almost, when I say two-tone, well, like, of course, the two-tone of having the center slightly warmer. Is that achieved because it's kind of the right colorways and the right paper, right?
I think so, and also because this is double-sided. On this flower right here, you can see this. I don't know if you can see it very well, but this petal here is actually the flipped side to this petal. But I love it together. I love that subtlety and that slight variation. And you know, if you go out to the rose garden, you'll see that that's actually what you're looking at with real roses. So yeah, this paper is probably my favorite. I want to show you. Did I show you this one already? This is the red. So this is the double-sided red. And I've made the rose in the purple as well, the double-sided purple. It's just stunning. Honestly, any of those double-sided colors are perfect for roses. So,
and of course,
and once you try this template, you'll be this template's so easy that you'll be able to make them.
That is stunning. And of course, that is the double-sided, which you can find on the website. Let's have a look at the website. You can see the options here. The pick and mix, you choose any 2 packs of that double-sided. Now, the red one would be the sangria and aubergine and cherry and a strawberry. Those ones will give you those beautiful red roses, these absolutely stunning ones. But maybe you like more yellow roses, so you could go for honeysuckle and coral and apricot and light rose. Whichever option you are gonna go for is gonna be absolutely stunning. Now, Leah, we have got about 3 minutes till the end of the show. Is there any particular top tip or something that you would like to show us?
Well, I would say my top tip is always, and I've already said it, but I'm going to say it again, you guys, is when you're looking at the templates, whether it be SVG cut file or, you know, the cutout templates, always look at the grain line. I think that's very important. And we try to be thorough on our templates and say how many to cut for each flower. And then the other tip, here's my last tip, my other favorite tip of all time is when you're making paper flowers, if it's new to you and you have not worked with crepe paper, just be really gentle with yourself. And, you know, if you feel frustrated or like, oh no, come back, because creating paper flowers is about joy. And all to be just happy and full of joy, because I believe that is the end result that you'll get.
I love that, Leah. Thank you so much. We will be together at 12 o'clock our time. I don't know what time. It's through the night for you as well, Leah, in Oregon. Thank you so much. We will join you, of course, at 12 o'clock. Now, the joy of their paper making flowers is incredible. It's the joy of working with materials. This is what you are gonna get in this one-day special. Now, you can make up to 36 different flowers. And you know, you have the peonies, the set for 12 peonies, the set for to make 12 beautiful Icelandic poppies, as well as 12 beautiful flowers. You are getting the paper, the crepe paper with that double-sided nature when it's appropriate. Then you're gonna get the extra fine for those petals that are required for those leaves. You are getting the wired, of course, that is already covered in paper. You are getting the wax tape as well to glue, to attach all those leaves as well. And you are getting the polystyrene balls to create those 36 flowers. It could be 12 flowers, and then you are getting, like, you know, Leah was showing those buds as well. So you have enough to create an amazing bouquet of flowers, whether it's for yourself or for a present. From my experience, there is nothing as joyful as creating those type of flowers that then years after years you are going to enjoy. Remember, 40%, over 40% of the stock of the extended delivery has already gone. It did sell out last night. Get it, please, because the quality of this crepe paper, take it from me as somebody who has invested a lot of time and money into finding crepe paper. Leah's is like none other. The colors are stunning. The quality, the joy of making those flowers, like Leah was saying, is just, it's just beautiful. And just be, you know, and take it as a journey. Remember that you have got the pick and mix that you can add to your Flexi buy and spread the cost of that as well. Right, Leah will be back at 12. I'll see you in an hour's time, but stay tuned for more Lily of the Valley. Well, we are reintroducing Lily of the Valley with Donnie Phillips and Yanis. Then GMC Designs at 10, and then we are letting Leonie loose at 11.
Have you heard of Freedom? Did you know that as a Freedom member, you could be making savings on every order you place? For just £7.97 a month, you will benefit from selected Freedom member discounts and complimentary standard delivery on every order you place. You will also receive our exclusive Freedom members badge, giveaways and crafty updates. If you shop with the craft store more than twice a month, then Freedom is for you. Don't forget, your Freedom membership is flexible, so you can pause if you're going away, or you can cancel at any time you decide. So what are you waiting for? Give us a call or go to our website, quoting the item number 88888 and join Freedom today.
Hiya, I'm Hazel Eaton from Pink Frog. Pink Frog is an established company. You may have seen us in shows up and down the country. It's a family-run business up in Chesterfield. Pink Frog started to bring out their well-known Britannia dies, and then we moved on to a wonderful range of cardstocks. You'll probably know us for our super smooth cardstock, and now we have moved into the world of stamping, and we produce high-quality polymer stamps for you all to enjoy. We have a wide range of designs, and we're particularly known for our flower dies and flower stamps. On our shows, I hope to bring you many hints and tips and techniques to inspire you, the crafter, at home. Make sure you don't miss the Pink Frog shows.
Hi there, I'm Nick from Crafty. I've been crafting for as long as I can remember. It started off making things just for myself, but then friends and family asked if they could use them too. Over time, I want Crafty products to build you a complete library of dies, stamps and stencils, which you'll enjoy using whether you're new to crafting or you're a seasoned crafter. My products will complement everything that you have already, but they will also work perfectly as a standalone product. I really hope you'll come and join me for my shows with Crafty.
Well, hello everyone and a warm welcome. We are reintroducing a lovely brand for you. It's a favourite here at the craft store. We haven't seen it for a little while. It is the wonderful Lily of the Valley. And speaking of favourites, someone who I haven't worked with in ages, I absolutely love, is our Dawny. Hello.
Hello, good morning, Yanis.
Dawny, it has been forever.
It has been. A lot's happened since I was last here. So
a lot has happened. How have you been?
I've been good.
Yeah?
Touch wood. Yeah.
Good. Dawny said something to me just before we went live, and it was such a lovely thing, and I'm going to put it in the spot, and I hope you don't mind saying it again.
No, you carry on.
Dawny was saying, with regard to guest demonstrating, you will only do it if you love a product.
Absolutely. I can't lie to people and say this is fabulous if I don't believe it, and I absolutely, people know how I feel about these images. I absolutely adore them. So.
It's so, and look, that's where, as crafters, that's really important, because it is that honesty. It all came about because someone was just inquiring to Dawny, look, would you be willing to maybe guest demonstrate? And Dawny's like, I would, but I need to use the products. If I don't love it, I can't stand here. And that's the kind of person that I would want demonstrating.
Absolutely.
Because you know everything. If you're here, you love it, and you will love it. Anyone who's not seen Lily of the Valley before, can you tell us a little bit about the company?
Yes, I can. It started in 2004 by best friends Lisa and Lila.
Nice.
Lisa kind of does the front of house, and Lila's the creative force behind. Lila is a genius with what she does. So they will commission artists, and then Lila actually redraws them by hand, and you know she turns them into something meaningful that we crafters can use. Yeah. It
is that perfect combination. Look, what we're going to be working with today, USBs. And if you've never worked with a USB before, please don't be put off. Because I know sometimes people hear, oh, USB, they give you a lot of variety. Even if you don't have a computer, there are ways around it, and we will discuss it this hour. But for the sheer volume of assets at your disposal, you're actually getting, what you were saying, about £90 worth.
There's about £90 worth of product on each one, yeah, so it's the really good value.
And if you think about all the elements that are on one USB, if you were to store those in your craft room, so stamps or dies and all, it would take up a lot of space.
Absolutely, Anis. I mean, that's the thing. I'm a stamper, and I'm relatively new to Digi, but I've come to the conclusion it's the way to go, because if you think about it, the Digi prints, you've got 3 USB sticks there, which are Digi. You can resize, you can flip, you can mirror, you can make them bigger, smaller, do whatever you want. If you had a stamp for every permutation of what you can do, you'd need boxes and boxes, and it's all there on that little stick for you.
We're going to go through the options here, because there are different options to choose from. Should we start with our first option? This is babies. So, I mean, very, very cute. And I'm going to have to say, the design team have done a great job. This is Jane, done this one. Oh, look at that, sweet. Lovely image. But as Dawny was saying, look, we can resize, we can make this bigger, we can make this smaller, we can flip, we can multiply. Or how about, let's see here, Oh, this is cute as well, from Annette. So and this actually, I think, is a good example, the first two, a good example of the quality of images that we're going to be playing with. Speaking of which, I'm going to go through, actually, I'll show you. So these are all the assets that we will have at our disposal. Now, these are black and white. I mean, I love this on the little baby on the rocking horse. That's so cute. You got the scales in there as well. Love this. It's a good, I'm just thinking, being a new dad, this is like perfect. I'd have to draw a bit more hair on the baby. You can see you've got the little teddies going on there as well. Such adorable images. Do you know, they kind of remind me of, and these are all the images on one, they remind me of a beautiful illustrated storybook. I will speed through here, but I just wanted to show you. Thinking about when we're saying £90 worth of product, if you were to buy all of these as individual stamps, think how much you would be paying. And you've got this, it's an endless stash, Dawney.
Absolutely endless stash.
Lovely. That's your first option. That's baby. We'll go through our next option now. This is your bunnies. And I will just have a look through and show you everything you get. Bunnies is cute. So little characters, and we can use this, I mean, for so many different guises, Dawney.
Yeah, not just for Easter.
No, and that's what I really wanted to get across. I know instantly as crafters you think bunnies Easter, but I mean, that's adorable. Anniversary card. Well, thinking of you, like, could be best friends, husband and wife. That's a great one. I'm sorry, maybe. You've got sentiments in there as well. Someone maybe going on travels or journeys, new home, Mother's Day cards. Very sweet. Birthdays, and then got lovely toppers in here too. I mean, this
really
is
nice.
You know, printing these off and just cutting those out. Great.
On the digi sheets, what you're getting all your digi images, but there's an easy print sheet as well.
Okay.
So you can just print that sheet out with 4 images. So if you want to do decoupage, it's perfect for that.
That's a good.
And also on these sticks, it might be worth mentioning, Yanis, there's space for you to store your own. So, for example, if you've done one and you've flipped it round and it's facing the way that you would want it to face, you can then save that and save it on your stick so it's all in one place.
Oh, that's nice.
So it's useful.
So that's good. So you know where your favourites are. This is for him, and I absolutely I mean, how cool is that one? Well, they've got on the hoppers going on there, so very imaginative, but just beautiful illustrations. And I'm going to go back to, for me, they've got the feel of the kind of illustrations you find in a beautiful storybook. You know, the kind of storybooks that we keep and have some meaning. I'll just show you here. There's one I missed. That's cool. So we're on a bike, we're digging, we're painting, in a garden chilling. And then we've got football, so anyone who likes football going through. So they're images I think you're going to be using time and time again. So you see the image we can rotate, we can make smaller. I'm struggling to get through. There we go. It's early. So lots and lots of elements going through. Okay, so that's for him. Those are your 3 choices. If you do want to go for those, I'll show you a couple of inspirations for him. Let's have a little look. These are cute. Oh, I just love this. Look at that. And the beauty of these not being coloured, Dawney, is that then we can get at it with our alcohol markers, our watercolours. I'll just read name. That's Wendy. And then this one's Nettie.
That's Nettie.
Love, love, love that.
So you can really personalise them, can't you? She's put the name on and she's done dripping paint. That's a font. I asked her how she did it, and it's a font you can get, and she's just coloured it so that the paint looks like it's dripping. That's a really nice
Beautiful card, and that's for any age. I think that's just a lovely card. Okay, so that is your for him. $29.99 your price, 563442 your item number. You're picking the option that works with you. You will get the USB, and then it's up to you which direction you go. You've got such versatility with this. You can make it bigger, smaller, flip it, rotate it. The choice is yours. Now we're going to move on. So these are the Simply Prints. They're coloured. Explain the difference between the two, Dawney.
Okay, so the Simply Prints, all the work's been done for you.
Okay.
So they're all pre-coloured and they're all resized, ready for you to literally, you know, like a point and shoot camera. This is point and click and it's done. Just print it out. You're getting 4 on one sheet of one image, 4 on one sheet, 2 A5 ones, which are really useful. I think I've done a frame there. I think that's like the one you've got there. I just thought it'd be nice for Father's Day or something like that. Really simple thing to do.
They are adorable images.
Absolutely beautiful. And to me, they're ageless. Old people, young people, and everybody in between.
Another one of yours?
It is one of mine.
Oh, I think that's lovely.
If there's no name on it, it's one of mine.
Or how about this one? Say it's the ease of use, just being able to print off and stick on. This one's from Wendy. Absolutely stunning. So £29.99 your price there. Same options as our first, the Digis, but here the fact that you are getting them printed, so you've got the colour images straight away. And I tell you what we'll do. Should we go through these?
So I should say you get a topper sheet as well with them, Yanis, where you've got different shapes. The image, you'll see it in there.
I mean, everything already cut, and it's beautifully coloured as well. So when you think, I kind of see these as an endless stash, as long as you have got a way of printing.
Absolutely. Shop is never shut, is it?
Yeah, look at that. I love these. So that is, at the moment we're looking at the baby. And Lily of the Valley, they have a huge fan base.
Huge fan base, yeah.
Okay, so those are larger images, and then we've got our sentiments in there too. So that was your baby. And then, pick that up. Then we'll go on to our bunnies. Donnie, this is cute. Actually, all of them are cute. I love this. So babies are very busy at the moment for this set, but I think there's something for everyone with regards to these images. I mean, here, Donnie, this is fantastic.
They're beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
That's such a lovely image.
And so, I mean, I love colouring, as most people know me know that, but not everybody does, and these are perfect. So if you're not confident with your pens and your pencils and your paints, these are the answer.
Yeah, I totally agree, because not everyone is confident, or you don't have the time. I have to say, and I never sit on the fence, I'll always say my favourite option, and at the moment it is the For Him. The characters here, now look at already done for you. That, to have that at your disposal, look at the quality of the colouring and the print you're able to get, and the characters. So we're painting on a scooter, a little cowboy, boy on a bike, having a little dig, meeting a friend, playing football. Do any of these, do you know any people in your life, and they don't have to be, obviously it can be nephews, nieces, sons, but equally, not nieces, nephews or sons, but equally, it could be, as you were saying, like here, that could be a great card for granddad, brother-in-law, you know, those people in your life that you struggle, anyone, if you know they like tinkering on cars, pottering in the garden, so for all age groups. Well, that's nice, quite young and playful as well. Right, got to stop here, because I know we are pushed for time, I want to get to your demo. So £29.99 your price there, 614498 your item number. We're just going to show you a couple more options, because we've got the USBs, now we need the cardstock as well, and I have to say, one cardstock that you can never go wrong with, Pink Frog. It works so well in the printers. This is a super smooth. Variety or versatility for super smooth is incredible. £12.99 your price. You are getting 100 sheets. It's 210 GSM, so good GSM. 582221 your item number. We also have some watercolour for you. Let's just have a look here. So this is your watercolour, 50 sheets of A4 watercolour cardstock for £12.49. Very good price, but it is a happy hour, so that price is only around for this hour. Normally you'd be paying £19.99. I think anybody would agree for watercolour cardstock, £19.99 is the price you would pay for 50 sheets. We've got more super smooth for you. Now this is 300 GSM. And it's also happy hour, so we're also saving £5, £16.98 your price for 160 sheets for £16.98. It's okay. This is the opportunities I wait for. When I see Pink Frog Super Smooth at this price, 300 GSM, it's going straight in my basket. It is definitely time to stock up. 617168. Donnie, think it's about time we have a play.
Right.
What are we going to do?
Absolutely. Well, I'm going to use one of the baby digis, and I think for me as a crafter and as a stamper that was before I got into all this, sometimes you can get a stamp and it's facing the wrong way, or it's so. That's happened to me quite a few times. And also, you might want to mirror it. So what I've done with this one here, I've stamped it. I haven't stamped it, of course. I've printed it out twice.
Right.
And I flipped this in Word. Now, with the USBs, you're going to get a little card. And on there's some details. There's loads of tutorials on the website. So if you think, well, I'd like to do it, but I don't know how, all the information that you could ever need is there. So, and I think it's just worth mentioning, you mentioned about the cardstock. Some people's printers, mine included, it doesn't like anything over 250. So if you want to print on a nice watercolour, which is say 300, there is and you're super smooth, there's a way around it. So if you run your just cheap copier paper through your printer and you get your 2 images like that, then you take your piece of card, tape it over the image, tape it down well, run it through again, it prints it out.
Nice, because you're telling me before the printer knows it doesn't like the cardstock and it's back onto...
before it's
your copy
realised
paper.
it's your job's done.
That's
so
good.
so that's
just
that.
a quick question for you, Dawny, because we had a few emails. Viewers asking, will it work? Is it compatible with Mac? The USBs?
Ooh, now I'll find that out.
Okay.
That I don't know. I'm not the most technical person on the planet, I'll be honest. But I will find that out, and we can clear that up in the next show.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. Okay. So what I thought I'd do, Yanis, is when people colour an image, sometimes they leave out what to me is a really important part, and that's the grounding of that image.
Right.
So what I've done one. And I'm just going to do the other just to show you how easy it is. So if you can see the difference there. So he looks like he's standing, or she looks like she's standing on something. This one on nothing. So it's very, very easy to do. All we do is I'm going to take a light, medium and dark pen, and I'm literally just going to stroke on a little bit of colour. You don't have to be good at drawing, because I'm really not.
Such a lovely opportunity to get our alcohol markers out or our different mediums. But also, I'm thinking for younger members of the family, we can just print these off and present it to them to have a bit of a colour with.
Absolutely. I mean, kids love colour. They love to colour. So I've put a little bit darker shade, and I'm just going to blend that with the first colour that I used. So what I'm doing, I'm going into the colour, the darker colour, and then I'm coming back out.
Right.
So I don't like harsh lines. So, and then I've got quite a dark colour, and at first you think, ooh, but if you apply just a tiny, tiny, tiny bit just around the feet. Sorry, I'm usually colouring like this, so you'll have to excuse me if I go out of the lines a little bit.
Lovely.
And then blend back again with that medium colour, just like that. Do you know, I've had really bad cataracts, so I couldn't colour for years. I've had them done now. What a difference. I really missed it.
Oh, bless you.
I really missed it. I couldn't see 2 feet in front of me. And now that's not a joke.
Yeah.
Right, so that's that. It will dry a little bit lighter.
Okay.
So we've given him something to stand on.
Very
So
cute.
the next thing we want to do is, and it's not immediately obvious on this image, but there is a grey outline, and it's just something behind the image to push it forward. So all we need again is, you can use 2 or 3 different shades. I'm going to go in first with my lightest, and this is a cool grey to match the grey that I used to colour. And again, you don't have to be good at drawing. It's literally just getting some colour onto that image like this.
I mean, adorable characters.
Oh, they really are. And as I say, I mean, if you had a stamp, unless you had 2 stamps, you couldn't do this, what I'm doing here.
And also, sometimes stamping, as we all know, doesn't work out every time. So here, printing, it's going to be perfect.
Absolutely.
Every time you print it off.
And you've got no ink pads and stamps to clean, or, you know, it's just click and you've got it.
And it's nice the aspect that we can resize too, so you can fit for purpose. And let's say you wanted to print off a few, then you're able to do that as well. Create your own design.
That's it. So I've just put a little bit, not too dark, but just a little bit of depth under those, and then I'm going to go back with my lighter, I have to check, a lighter colour, and just blend that out.
Nice.
I'll tell you what else is nice as well, Yanis, when you've done this, is if you've got a quickie glue pen, is to draw around the image and add a bit of glitter. It looks really nice.
Well, it's funny you say that, because we have got quickie glue pens as our 7-day saver. So we're just going to flash the details there. £9.99 for 4 quickie glue pens, 771-231.
So there we go. So that's the grounding done. Nice. So as I say, it will dry lighter, and I just think it makes all the difference.
I love that.
So shall I pop this onto a little card?
Yeah, please do.
Yeah?
I'm just looking here. I've just got, so this is from our baby collection. There's the elephant that we're just playing with, but say we can resize that. So that elephant can be this size, or it can be that size. But let's just work off the fact that off here, if these were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stamps, I mean, how much would you pay for, if this was an A4 stamp set, you'd probably be paying close to that £29.99 just for that one set, if these were stamps. But when you consider that you're getting so much more in this and this is the baby collection, so think you've got the little bunny hanging off the washer. Love this. The baby's in a scale. You've got the baby in a pram coming through. So on our website, we've got A4 stamp sets at £24.99. Here you've got, and it's not A4 stamp sets because you can be any size, so you can have this one image could be a full A4 size if you wanted, or if you're working on 8x8. That's so cute, the little baby there. You've got the teddies coming through. So all of these images, and all I would say to you is, if you've never used Digi before, imagine having to buy all of these as separate stamps and housing them and storing them. All of these are on one USB. You do not need any special software. Dawny was saying she just used Word.
Just use Word.
Now, we will clarify in between shows about Mac, but I'm pretty sure, because it's a USB, it should work in your Mac, because all it is, you've got your files, so on the USB. I would imagine it would work with Mac. We will clarify that in the later show, but I can't see how it won't work with Mac there. Okay.
I've just printed out a little sentiment.
Because we're getting sentiments in the mix as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to pop that in the middle, because I've created that space in the middle. And so that's just going to go here, just to say. So this is quite anything you like. You can use this for.
I love that.
Double-sided.
Just to say, it's just a cute character.
Just to say anything you want.
Yeah.
Hello, how are you doing? Thinking about you.
Welcome back.
Welcome
Yeah.
back. It is nice to be back, I can tell you. I'm just going to add, because I can't help myself, a bow and a button. Do you know, some things don't change. Double-sided tape and me, we clash on air.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to add a little button in here.
Lovely.
Like so, and that's it. That's my.
Well, that is just a
when I can get the tape off it, Yanis.
It's teasing you.
It's just being a pain.
Well, for live TV.
It's absolutely. It's you know I've got my hot glue gun, but I've not. I'll tell you what. Let's just try it with the nail. There we go. It's not playing. Perhaps if I put it on here, perhaps the. It needs something a bit firmer to stick to. That's it. There we go. It'll see it my way in the end. There we go. Come on. No, we'll just have to pretend it's gonna be silly. So that's no. We're not. We're not going to pretend. We're going to do it properly.
Okay.
We're going to do it properly. I think I've messed around with that a bit, and it's now.
You're not going to let it beat you.
I'm not going to let it beat me.
Okay.
It's not going to beat me. We have this scenario on a regular basis. Tell you what, let's get my craft pick. You'll have to excuse my filthy craft pick, but I use my stuff, so it all gets used. It just does not want to do it today. Oh, hold on.
Oh.
There we go.
Do you know what, the email about the if these will work with Macs is from our Julia, and she was saying, Julia, this shows how old my laptop is, because Julia was saying the latest Macs don't have USBs, but there is a wire, so they have got an adapter wire that you can use. So thank you, Julia.
Brilliant,
for that.
thanks.
Thank you.
If you haven't got a PC as well, you can use these with your phones and your tablets.
Now, this is you're telling me this.
Yeah.
So it's on the Lily of the Valley website.
It is all on the website, but you buy a gadget. As I say, I'm not very technical.
Barbecue. I pride myself on my barbecue. Or how about if you know somebody who likes riding dinosaurs? Another one from Janine. Just stand it. This is another great one, because remember, we can make these as large or as small as we like. What? Look at this. We can go from that size to that size. I love it. That's Lorraine. Is that Lorraine? Lorraine. There we go. So that's for him, and we've also got the bunnies in there as well. $29.99 your price. You're getting the USB, and with that USB, you then suddenly have all the options. So are you going to rotate? Are you going to make it larger, smaller? Are you going to flip it? Very simple to do. You don't need any special software as well. $29.99 your price. 563442 your item number. Now we've got our Simply Prints. Simply Prints just allow, as the name suggests, you're just printing it out. It's all coloured for you. Can't adjust the size with these, but you've got a very quick way of getting some beautiful images. And as I say, with this, the sizes are, I mean, the key sizes are all done for you, but everything is coloured to perfection. I mean, look at that. I'm going back to the for him, but that, if you know any little soccer players or football players in your life, very sweet. Or how about this? And that's the image you are going to get. It's all wonderfully coloured and imagined. Or how about something like that? Oh, I'm sorry, let me just read out names on these. So this is Marianne. So the first two I showed are from Marianne, and then I'm going to show you slightly bigger. Love this, and this is our Dawny. Do you want Dawny? Love that. Look at it. But it's nice to show we can go from that size to that. So look, you've got, although we can't resize, you've got a lot of different sizes there anyway. Yeah, brilliant.
They cover all bases, really, Yanis.
Yeah. I think we are going to have a look at some of the Simply Print ones now.
Yeah, I thought we'd do one for a little boy, one of the boys.
Great.
So all I've done, I've printed it out, and I've literally cut it in half and trimmed it, and this is the image on his dinosaur. But you know, you can, it's fine as it is, but you can embellish it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add a bit of glitter.
Yeah.
And just make it.
Zhuzh it up.
Yeah, that's the word. Bling it up a bit. And all, excuse me, I'm going to colour his spots. Nice. So if you've got your quickie glue pens on offer, I suppose this is perfect for them. Mm-hmm. And I mean, this is really, really simple to do. And it makes it, it just gives it, I don't know, just a little bit of something. A little bit of sparkle.
Like that.
So I'm just going round like that.
That's such a cute dinosaur.
It is a cute dinosaur. And he looks like he's having fun on it, doesn't he, this little lad?
Everyone needs a dinosaur friend in their life.
They do. Even the girls, really.
Yeah.
And let's just, this is my trusty little glitter pot. I usually get it all over the place. I'll try not to. Just add your little bits of glitter.
Lovely.
Like that. And then I've got a fan brush just to get rid of the excess. I think I might put a little bit round the candle.
Now, can I just say,